Okay, looks like we are in it. So, I wanted to say something real quick that has absolutely nothing to do with Sonic High School. Since we know last time everybody loved it when we just got into an unrelated discussion midway through.
Oh, absolutely. So you want to just front load the stream with it this time?
Yeah.
Great.
It's very quick. It's not an entire 45-minute
I
discussion.
don't believe you.
It's just that, so I've been starting, oh my god, and it looks like my chat works this time. Insane. I'll be able to actually read it myself. So that's an improvement. It looks like I was saying the other day that I probably am going to need to create a Doom Eternal review. And I think it's very simple. What bothers me most about what's going on, like the people that are reviewing it, are not that they're critical of it because that's dumb and childish. It's the bizarre fact that when they criticize it, they're just, number one, they're complaining, but number two, they're not explaining what they mean, and yet they're acting like everything they're saying is obvious. Like, their opinion is way outside the norm. Like, it's a significant minority of people, a tiny fraction of people that think that Doom Eternal is a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they, like, state their arguments, you would think, like, they sound like everything they're saying is obvious, and everybody knows it, and everybody agrees. And so they don't explain anything. Like, they have this tone of consensus behind what they're saying.
Okay.
And it's just bizarre, and that's what I think what frustrates me the most. Because it's just like, when I looked and watched Code Geass R2, and I hated it, and then I looked it up online and saw that the overwhelming consensus was that it was a great anime, I was like, oh, fucking no. So when I made my argument, it was a 25 video series where episode by episode I comprehensively explained why the show was a pile of shit. Now, am I saying that if you're going to criticize something, you need to do a 25 video series explaining why it's bad? Yes.
I see.
Yes. No, but what I mean is you have to, because your opinion is so against the grain, you have to be able to explain what you mean. You can't just say, well, this shit's bad, obviously. Game sucks. I mean, right, everyone? You all agree with me, duh. To explain why shit is bad, and none of them do. It's very frustrating. They're like, this is terrible. I don't like it. Okay. So anyway, welcome, 3 people.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome, 3 people. Wait, 2 people.
8
1
people.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they all laughed immediately.
They're like, oh no, he's talking about other shit again. Where's our Sanic?
Welcome to... I was just doing that, talking for a few minutes to let people start filtering in, all 8 of them.
Of course.
So, welcome, everyone, to the Sonic High School mega finale. We have 7 chapters remaining.
Can it be less?
I did. You act like I am in control of this. I want better Sonic music than this. I'm just gonna put on the same Sonic music we had last week, because that was good shit. And this is definitively not. Okay. There's the good shit Sonic music. It's back. So
It's the good shit.
yeah, it is. So we're gonna go into this Sanitron 5000. I can't believe that this is coming to an end. I really can't.
It's like the end of an age, you know?
An end of an era.
End of it. Yep. Feels like.
Basically, I think it's as anticipated and epic as Avengers Endgame.
Oh.
think-
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree.
I think
that,
it is. I think it is that culturally relevant in today's America. I mean, if you disagree, you're basically an idiot.
If you disagree, you're basically a communist.
If you disagree, you're basically banned. So, everybody, welcome to the excitement. We're going to get... I know I've been waiting for 5 minutes. I've put off for a little bit. But we're going to get right into this shit with Chapter 19, which is titled what? I need to find my windows here. Get everything arranged so it's good to go.
I can tell you
Which
the
is
title.
titled Secret Prostitute.
Secret Prostitute.
Tuesday nights on NBC. Fucking reality television. Oh, Joe.
Awesome.
Oh my god. Well, okay, there's my phone. So I'm gonna silence my phone. Now, could you remind me to unsilence it maybe? Try. So that I don't end up ignoring you for 7 hours like last week.
I prefer it, honestly. I don't like being responded to when I try to text you or call you. It's not...
You sent me. I looked at my phone when I was like to check what time it was, and I had like 7 text messages over the course of 6 hours. I was like, well.
Yeah, good job. And the best part is, like, if you text me and I don't respond for maybe 2 hours, you're like, "Are you dead? Did you get in a car accident?
Have you fallen down the stairs and broken all your bones?
Have you succumbed to exploding cancer?"
Oh. Well, at that point, that would kill you because you would realize you had exploding cancer. And the moment you realize you have exploding cancer, you explode. That's how that disease. It's the most dangerous affliction in the history of humanity.
The not silent killer.
Yes. The loudest killer. Okay. So,
can you imagine going into the doctor's office? They're like giving you the diagnosis, and the doctor's like, "Well, I have some really bad news." As he's like suiting up in one of those like bomb defusal suits, like, putting his arms into it,
and stepping behind bulletproof glass, and locking down the rest of the room with fucking blast shutters.
You have exploding cancer. That's the hardest part of my job.
Yeah. Okay. Chapter 19, Secret Prostitute. It was now a new day of school, and Sonic went right to school.
Of course he did.
I mean, he has the best morals, if you recall. Sonic had Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. in his backpack.
Yep.
I just imagine Sonic running at 1,000 miles an hour with those babies in his backpack, now dead. since he still had them after explaining what happened to Knuckles yesterday.
Again, he just stuffs the babies into his backpack. No, like, support for their, fragile necks or anything like that.
No, just shattering around in the backpack.
Shoved into the backpack. Awesome.
Sonic scratched his balls along the way, and they were only getting worse. "You look like spoiled meat," said Sonic to his balls.
I feel like there's a point in every man's life where they look at their balls and say, "You look like spoiled meat."
Yeah. Here's a genuine question. They said there was no cure for this disease. Wouldn't castration have helped the matter? If you have a gangrenous limb, they're not like, "Well, unfortunately, that's going to spread throughout your entire body. Good luck." They're like, "We have to amputate."
I guess the doctor realized that it was already too far gone. The plague had already spread to Sonic's brain.
Or did he realize that Sonic the Hedgehog had it, and not curing it was a service to all mankind? Oh, got him. Fucking got him. Okay. Where the hell was Sonic? Got to school, and the first thing he did... the first thing he did was bring Charmy's dead head to the theater club. Because that was
God.
That was Charmy's, just his head. His severed, decapitated head. Because that was Charmy's favorite thing. And he thought Charmy would like it if they used his face for a mask for the next play, now that he is dead. Is it possible that this ancient, deadly, incurable, ball disease has grapevined into Sonic's brain.
That's what I just said.
What? What?
That's what I said. I said maybe the doctor knew it got into his brain.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Good thing I came up with that joke. Joe, you're really slipping today. Looks like I gotta do all the comedy myself.
Sonic, why? Why Sonic?
I don't know. Christ. Then Sonic took the rest of Charmy's body and put it outside in a trash can. So nobody would look and try and find it, and it could be safe and alone. You know what people do with bodies when they want them to be safe and preserved?
They let them hit the floor.
All right.
Look, Will. I have a special list for you. Number 1, nothing wrong with me. 2, nothing wrong with me.
No, shut up.
3,
this is not the stream. That ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. I was going to say, you don't let. Jesus Christ, you've ruined everything. You either, cremate them so that their ashes will be preserved for as long as you want, because ash is pure carbon and doesn't degrade very fast at all as long as it's not exposed to elements.
Yeah.
Or you bury them in a casket in the ground where they will be left. If you put them in a trash can, that trash can is going to be emptied in a dumpster. And provided nobody notices the dead body and reports it to the police because there's been a murder, it's going to go to a dump and rot with poopy diapers and banana peels.
I have a question for you. Are you legitimately asking for reasonable things to happen?
Yes!
In this fanfiction. Okay.
Look, no. I am not asking for reasonable things to happen. I am asking for things that exist within the same universe as the concept of reasonable behavior to occur. Not that they have to be reasonable, but where there is a standard for reasonable, and they are somewhere within the universe.
Now, see, there was a fatal flaw in what you just said. You said the word standard, which, as we can tell, this fanfiction has none.
No, I guess.
All right.
Okay. Sonic went to his first class, and his second class, and even his third class. Why? That's not impressive. That's just attendance. Okay. And went to lunch where there were his friends. Hey guys, said Sonic to them. Hey Sonic, said Espio. I'm sorry. Hey guys, said Sonic to them. Hey Sonic, said Espio. I am back from the hospital. Where is Charmy and Vector? Well, they're dead, said Sonic.
Well, they are dead.
Vector killed Charmy and we killed Vector, so they are now both dead. Vector was a bad guy, so we will not be in trouble.
Oh yeah, that's how the police work.
Well...
Oh, you killed bad guy? You're fine.
Yeah.
You have the key to the city.
Which is why Batman is is considered a hero and widely beloved, and the police don't even bother him at all, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Especially when Batman kills all the bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah, said Tails. They will not come back to lunch anymore. I rescued Sonic and Knuckles Jr. Oh yeah, that's right. Where are Knuckles? My baby with Rouge? Espio said to himself to remind himself that Knuckles...
He's like, wait a minute, where's fucking Knuckles? Oh yeah, that's right.
It's my baby. Okay. And Knuckles Jr., said Espio to Sonic and Tails. They are right here. Here you go, said Sonic, and Sonic gave the 2 babies to Espio.
He just takes
what
his
a
backpack.
relief.
He just takes his backpack and fucking whirlwinds it onto the table. Just like,
he throws it and it hits Espio in the face. Millions dead. Okay. Here you go, said Sonic, and Sonic gave the 2 babies to Espio. What a relief. By the way, Espio is cuck. Espio is raising, like, Knuckles... I can't even say he impregnated Rouge with himself, because I don't even understand what happened. He is raising Knuckles, who is the father of Knuckles Jr., as his own baby. What do you even call that?
Well, it's certainly not cuck.
I don't know what it is.
That ain't the
He
right
got
word.
cucked because Rouge had his Knuckles baby.
Yeah, and I guess it was right in front of him, wasn't it? He was sitting in the corner.
But Knuckles, that father, then became a baby. And so you are raising another man's son who cucked you. The very man who cucked you, you are also raising him.
Look, it's a noble pursuit,
Is
okay?
this like double cuckoldry? You like you've been cucked and now you're raising the bull? What the fuck?
Would you have the strength to raise another man's child, Will?
And that man? You're like supporting him with paying his rent and shit? Yeah, that's like double cuck. Cuck squared. Okay. Sonic was tired of having to take care of babies that were not even his. I bet Eskimo. I bet
Eskimo.
I bet Espio can relate. It is good that Sonic has the best morals of all Hue school students because any other person pretty much would not have taken good care of them. Literally every other person in existence would not have taken good care of them. Remember, good care of them, by the way, is standard, is putting them in a backpack.
Especially the person who couldn't take care of them would be Escargot.
You know what? Fuck you, okay? Hey, ass butthole, said Shadow. This is the problem with Shadow. Shadow is trying way too hard to be bad. Like, Knuckles had it on lockdown. Shadow is just trying way too hard. He's murdering random people. He's raping his car. He's calling people ass butthole. This guy is an embarrassment. I don't know how they're still friends with him. I'm sorry. At heart, he's a good person. That's right. Hey, ass...
Penis dick.
Okay. Hey, ass butthole, said Shadow. It is my job to do crimes. Okay, so he was something of a good person. He down deep, because his crimes were just mistakes. Now it is his job to do crimes. It is his job.
It is his impetus. He is obliged.
I'm bewildered. I'm bewildered. I wish I could comprehend this shit, but Cyber Writer in chat says a cuck simp. I think
Nice.
that might be accurate. Oh my god. That is absolutely fantastic. All right. So yes, it is his job to do crimes. Please explain to then Shadow laughed and high-fived Sonic for doing a good job. Sonic was the best.
Damn right.
I want you to try to walk yourself through what just occurred. Hey, ass butthole, said Shadow. It is my job to do crimes. Then he laughed at what he just said, which I can only assume is him cackling maniacally. And then high-fived Sonic for doing a good job. And Sonic, the guy with the best morals, was like, yeah, it's your job to do crimes. I'm such an ass butthole. High five.
Yeah. You say this. But I know for a fact that there have been numerous times where you have said something super inane and then started cackling maniacally.
And then you gave me a high five, unironically?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where was I during this?
Because of this, I'm the best. So really,
Yes.
this is an allegory for our life.
Please explain to Silver what happened, said Sonic to Shadow. Okay, I will explain it to him. I wish he was in the same lunch period as us, but he is not, said Shadow in an explaining way. I would not high-five Sonic, said Tails. His balls are full of poison, and it is easily catchable. His balls are full. They are a venomous cobra. They have evolved into fucking Arbok.
What's that rattling sound?
That's Sonic's balls. Don't worry about it.
Wait. Watch out for snakes.
I will say also, Tails has a valid concern because, as we already found out, Sonic scratched his balls on the way to school. So now Shadow's dead. I'm surprised he hasn't immediately crumbled to dust. Okay. So it is true. You really do have a ball problem, said SBO. It is okay, Sonic. Well, we're not. This is not on the page at all. Wow. Oops. I gotta keep track of this.
Oh.
So it is true. You really do have a ball problem, said SBO. Hang on one second. Let me try to fix this.
Oh.
Okay. There we go. So it is true. You really do have a ball problem, said SBO. It is okay, Sonic. Other people have problems, and your balls are just like theirs. Okay, but this is different and bad and getting only more worse, said Sonic with a worrying voice. Whatever.
Sonic is the only person in the history of forever to have an issue with his testicles.
Yes, unfortunately. It is almost summer, said Tails. That means high school is ending soon. Cool, yeah, said everyone at the same time, because it was easier to.
No, that's a lie.
That is
writer.
bullshit.
It was easier for the writer to write this.
Yes. It is. When in the history of ever has it been easier to say things in perfect unison? Like,
know, man.
2 people can barely manage it. You're telling me, like, these 5 fuckers at the table were able to do it first try instantly, and it was because it was so easy? Fuck you.
When in the history of ever has it been easier to say things in unison? My answer to that is musical theater. So they must be breaking into song.
You're right. Those people say things in unison the first time. They all sing it perfectly in unison. They don't need to practice at all. They are incredible.
Yep. Pretty soon the entire cast of Sonic characters is going to come out here. They're going to be like 525,600 minutes.
You're fired.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh no, Joe's gone. All right. Cool, yeah, said everyone at the same time because it was easier to. Then everyone went to different classes. Tails went to
I left.
I know. Tails went to his smart class that he was in with Cream, but Cream was standing outside of class where Tails went to. Cream, you are standing outside the class. Why? said Tails. Why? said Tails to Cream. Didn't you hear? Charmy is dead, and it relaxes me so much. Because now I do not have to break up with him. We can become true boyfriend and girlfriend now, said Cream to Tails in the hallway outside. But we have class now, said Tails. Oh.
Priorities. This is how mourning actually works.
Morting?
Like, this is mourning.
Morning?
Yeah, this is how it works. So your significant other dies, and your first reaction is to be like, thank God I'm available now.
Oh my God, this is the best. Forget class, Smarto, said Cream shoutingly. Forget class, Smarto, said Cream shoutingly. Shoutingly. Cream pulled on Tails' hand until his whole body moved and brought him into a closet in the school. It was big enough inside for sex, is what Tails noticed. Cream locked the door.
That's how I evaluate closets. I'm in them.
You're doing some home improvement, and someone gives you some blueprints, and you're like, but it's not quite big enough for sex.
getting a tour of a new apartment to move into. I'm looking around. It's like, this closet's big enough for sex.
Yes, perfect.
And the person giving you the tour is like, okay.
Cream locked the door and took off all of her clothing. Tails was so shocked, but he looked at her sexy body, and it looked...
Yeah.
You're
the one that wanted to read this chapter.
It looked like a beautiful naked man with a vagina.
I tell you what turns me on.
A naked man with a vagina. Cream took out her vagini and showed it to Tails, and he...
Please take out your
vagini. It's like... it's like pasta.
Oh boy. I gotta put you a nice vagini.
Show it to Tails, and he...
You're gonna make your sex so good.
I just read the next sentence. She showed it to Tails, and he went nuts. His penis got hard as a printer.
Yeah.
Because her vagina looked like a cold cut platter.
Eh, roast beef.
Roast vagini.
Uh,
Wow, cool vagina, shouted Tails. The way I read that is like he's not sure. He's like trying to be encouraging. Losing his cool way because he was nervous and excited to miss class and have sex with Cream for the first time.
Meanwhile, a teacher was walking by and heard someone from inside a closet yell, "Wow, cool vagina!"
Yeah. They're just like,
Well,
I mean, it is high school.
yeah, honestly, this is what we get for building closets that are big enough for sex.
Tails took out all of his penis and balls, and then he sorted them on the floor. How many does he have? What the
Let's see
fuck?
here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Which
Eight
penis would you like? This one's curved like a hook.
Dealer's choice.
This one has 4 heads that have spikes on them.
Ah,
Echidna.
knuckles.
Tails took out all his... Okay. And he jumped right into her invitation-only parts. Tails jumped up.
That's a good way to explain it.
Tails jumped up and down with his penis inside her.
Yeah.
That sounds physically impossible.
This sounds like the attempts of someone who is not heterosexual trying to explain what heterosexual sex
He did.
is
We
like.
have determined that this guy is gay. Because
It's secret
he
gay,
described her... Yeah. Well, no, not really anymore. But a woman looks like a beautiful naked man, but with a vagina. There is massive repressed homosexuality. If I have sex with a woman, I would want it to look like a man, with a vagina, of course, but a beautiful naked man. Well, again, vagina.
If there was one thing that could make this beautiful naked man with a vagina better,
It would be
he
a
had a
penis.
penis.
And not a vagina. Tails jumped up and down, okay, like a boy teen, and shaking his fists in the air like the Rocky movies. And Cream was happy because she was not a love expert too. Well, neither are you, buddy. Tails' penis kept getting bigger, and Cream's vagina was already pretty much full of his penis. Pretty much full of his penis? She's like 85% of the way there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Make more room! We've got company! Screamed Tails, and then he was able to stick his balls into... How loose is Cream?
Dude.
Oh my god.
Charmy was hung. He was a dude, man.
But he was gay.
He was, yeah, but it doesn't. Okay, look, he was gay, but Charmy is a man with a vagina, so he compromised.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah. As he was able to stick his balls in two under his penis, Tails fit so much genitals into Cream that it looked like there was an upside down couch sofa in her vagina. Tails shook around. I don't know. These are things that I can't envision. Tails shook around like a crazy, and Cream was slapping her hands and ears into the door and cleaning supplies in the closet. Just like shit flying everywhere and crashing all around. Who is the secret prostitute, by the way? Is it going to be Cream? Cream then was now trying to make him even more sex-powered by pulling on her boobs, ouch, far enough out to touch his face, like two big melty gummy bears on her body. Ow and oh. Eat from these, screamed Cream, and her voice was breaking like a talking toy that had one of its batteries halfway out, and my brother spilled juice on it, so it didn't work right anymore.
So eat from these. It's not eat from these screaming. It's more like.
I'm broken. My brother spilled juice on it, so it doesn't work right anymore. Oh, she's so over. Well, I mean, Tails hasn't spilled his juice on her yet, so I don't know how it got that way.
Oh.
Tails sucked on her boobies while his penis was still in her and got all of the stuff out like he was eating yogurt.
What?
I don't know.
That's
Like,
not
he was,
how boobies work.
I don't know.
They do not distribute yogurt.
This guy. Her name is Cream, so maybe they do.
Oh, wait a minute. When I suck on a penis, it distributes a yogurt-like substance, so boobs must work the same way,
Oh,
right?
no, Joe. Oh, no!
Oh, no! Holy shit!
Oh, my God!
Son of a bitch!
Okay. Like he was eating yogurt only with his mouth, and it supercharged him with sex.
Wait, he was eating yogurt. Wait a minute. I like eating yogurt, but only with my mouth.
And only if it supercharges me with sex.
Yes.
Ready? Yelled Tails to Cream, and before she could say a thing, Tails started waving his flying tails, and he flew up with his penis still in her, and pointed his penis up, so that she went up and was now stuck against the ceiling. Ow! I'm about to make my semen. I brought this pot. I gotta add all the ingredients, so let's get it, then let it simmer for 20 minutes.
Dash of salt.
Get ready, said Tails loud over the sound of his own tails was making. Tails flew his tails even harder, and Cream got pushed into the metal ceiling so hard that it made a dent. She is now concussed.
Get ready.
And then Tails' penis shot a gallon.
Yeah.
A gallon of his own
gallon.
New England clam chowder into her first time vagina. Look.
Nice.
Look.
Nice.
All I can do is go on the evidence and the information presented. That is no first time vagina. I'm sorry,
Chunky.
Tails. That is simply not the case.
Chunky.
And full of potatoes.
Hearty.
Oh my God. It got overfull and spilled plenty on the ground, but not both of them cared. Tails slowed down his tail's speed, and his penis got smaller, and so did her vagina. Is he under the impression that when it's time for sex, a woman's vagina grows 3 sizes that day?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's how it works, man.
We are true boyfriend and girlfriend now, said Cream, and hugged Tails. Tails was so happy, and is this like a fucking standard? Why is she thrilled? Like, okay, now we're dating. I wasn't sure if we were dating, but now we fucked, so alright, cool.
Sonic has been barking up this tree the whole fanfic. He's boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy, but not true boyfriend and girlfriend because he hasn't gotten that dick wet yet.
I can't believe Tails beat him to the punch.
It is literally the only indicator of being in a relationship with someone.
Basically before that, you're just friends.
Is if you have smashed genitals.
If you have crammed all of your genitals up inside, including your balls.
All up in, or taken part in some sweet scissoring action for them ladies on ladies.
Yes, true.
Yep.
Cream put her. Well, then you have to fully insert anyway. According to, I'm sure that's this guy's interpretation. You somehow insert your vagina into the other vagina. Ask this guy. He's the sex expert.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is this? Okay. Cream put her clothing back on and left, and Tails put his on too. Then he looked at his penis and saw a golden ring on it.
Hey!
What is this?
That's what happens when you lose your virginity. A golden ring appears on your dick.
What is this? What is it doing here? A big gold ring, said Tails, and he took off the bracelet off his penis. Why was this in Cream's vagina? A question worth asking.
Yeah.
He thought about it, and because he was smart, remembered where he saw this thing. At the end of school, Tails ran to Sonic privately and said, Sonic, look. What's that? Said Sonic to Tails. A big gold ring. Cool, let's sell it for cash.
Sell it for cash.
No, said Tails to Sonic. This is Amy's bracelet, and I found it in Cream's vagina.
What were you doing in Cream's vagina? Just
What?
rooting around for treasure?
I guarantee there's more in there. Let's go look together. Oh no. Oh
Get the
no.
spelunking gear.
You go in one end, I'll go in the other.
Oh, this has suddenly turned into Made in Abyss.
Oh no. What?
Except the Abyss is Cream's vagini.
Oh no. They both need whistles to prevent them from getting too deep. Okay. I can. What? Said Sonic Tails. How did this get in there? He took the ring and had it. I can. My Sonic impression is getting worse by the second.
Absolutely.
I can only think of one thing. Said Tails to Tails. He turns away from Sonic and just starts ignoring him. I do not mean to suggest this to you and say that she is being a bad girlfriend, but maybe Amy was giving Cream hand sex. What?
Ooh.
No way! Shouted Sonic to Tails. But that is the only thing that makes sense. Amy cheated on me. That loose woman. She is a concubine and a bitch. Sonic got madder than Tails ever saw him get mad, and ran off fast.
This is an awful leap of logic that they took. Like, yeah, I understand that Amy wears gold rings on her wrists, but like, immediately jumping to the conclusion that because a gold ring was inside Cream's vagina, there's certainly no other way that any other gold ring could have gotten into Cream's vagina. Considering this is a universe where gold rings are laying around in dirt paths.
I want to emphasize that it was Cream's first time vagina, and yet she had a massive gold ring up there and never noticed.
Yeah. Dude, man, that's what happens when things go unused. Treasures appear.
What?
Yeah, that's how it works. How do you think dungeons end up getting treasure chests full of treasure? It's because the dungeons are unexplored and the treasure materializes.
It spawns in?
Yeah. It's the same thing with unused vaginas.
So if a woman remains a virgin for too long, her vagina starts spawning currency.
That's why they call it the riches of marriage.
Joe, there's something wrong with you. Okay.
Wait a minute. There's something wrong with me?
Yeah.
We already had this discussion, Will. 1, nothing wrong with me. 2, nothing wrong with me.
Shut up. We're done here. Okay. Sonic did not know where he was running to, and to be real, he was not running anywhere. Is he on a treadmill? What the fuck? He was running in a really big circle around the town and crying and screaming because Amy cheating on him made him feel worse than anything. Sonic ran around for hours. Sonic ran around for hours until all of his feelings are out and he was tired from running and being sad and mad, and feelings that are hard to say what they are. He stopped and said, "There's only one thing that can make this situation better. I have to go tell Amy that I know. Maybe she will say she is sorry."
There's only one thing that'll make me feel better: confrontation.
That always goes well, right? You always feel better. Sonic went back to high school and over to the detention room. The security gourd was standing outside.
I was trying to take a drink of Monster and it made me choke.
If you drink from it, Sonic, you can heal some health.
Security gourd.
Oh my god.
It's literally just a pumpkin sitting there. It's got like a little hat on, little tie.
But Sonic used his Sonic speed to run over to him and punch him so hard in the throat that it closed up for a while and he became unconscious.
Also, I don't think detention typically has security guards standing around.
Well, look,
this is not a prison.
Look, obviously doing that is amoral, and Sonic has the best morals, so it's totally okay for him to assault somebody.
Oh yeah.
Deadly assault. Sonic took a key from off his keys thing and opened the door to the detention room and saw Amy and Rouge in the corner. Amy and Rouge were both sleeping, and they looked really skinny and hungry.
What?
They've been starved for 2 weeks?
This is not detention. This is a concentration camp.
It made their boobs look bigger, but they also looked steps from death. I mean, better not feed them for another week, see what happens. They had been in detention for days now, and they had not eaten or drinking it. What?
That's a lie. That's not how detention works.
This guy watched like Prison School and thinks that's how it works. Sonic looked at Amy and felt bad for her. It would be so easy to.
It's a good thing that he's confronting this woman, and the first thing he thinks is, rape might not be such a bad idea.
It's a good thing that he has the best morals. Otherwise, this would be horrifically objectionable. It would be so easy to have sex with her right now, said Sonic behind his face, in his head, not out loud. We could become true boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't think she would agree. Like, she'd wake up, haha, now we are true boyfriend and girlfriend. She's like, no, I have no choice but to be with you. Oh. That's how that works. And I could pretend like none of this did happen. Sonic thought about it a little bit and even gave his chubby blue penis a toss back and forth like a baseball in a sock.
He's fondling himself.
He's considering sexual assault and or
starving
rape.
Women in the corner.
Priorities. But no, we would not really be true. Not when she cheated on me. Sonic got ready to wake up Amy and show her the her bracelet.
Show her her bracelet.
All right, Joe, it is your turn for chapter 20, New Sonic.
I don't wanna.
It's too bad. It's too goddamn bad.
I was looking at the comments. Kit Kat said, the lack of sense and logic just makes me think of Weird Al's singing Everything You Know Is Wrong.
Yes.
Everything you know is wrong.
Vic Voss chimed in to say, Jesus fuck.
Black is white, up is down, and short is long.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Kit Kat said his school did have a security officer for detention, but his school was not great. Okay, that makes sense. But Kit Kat, can you elaborate? Did detention last for days and involve starvation and gas chambers?
Gas chambers?
What? I have to assume, man. Look.
All right. Anyway, Joe.
All right. Chapter 20, New Sonic. Thank the goodness. I was getting pretty fucking sick of that old Sonic.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Author's note. I am so happy because it is summer now. Woo! I am done with school for this year, but here I come 8th grade. You're lying. You are not in 8th grade. Here I come, old folks home. Also, I will be away on a vacation next week, so I will not be able to write another chapter until after I am back from being on vacation. Sorry. Oh. Unfortunately, he did end up publishing another chapter, which is unfortunate. Sonic High School, Chapter 20. Wake up, said Sonic to Amy as he kicked her a little on the ground where she was lying, looking like a dead woman, but she was not actually dead. Wake up! Amy opened her eyes and blinked and rubbed her eyes, and she sat up a little. Sonic, she said in a voice like a person who was living poorly. Yeah, someone who's dying. Is that you? Amy looked so old and dead from being in detention. It looked like she did not eat or drink at all in a week. Yes, it is. Now listen, said Sonic angrily to Amy, who was still on the ground looking up while looking dying. Do you know where I found this? Sonic said. Sonic held out Amy's big gold bracelet from her hand and that she was not wearing, so it must have been hers. There's no other explanation.
Nope.
What? Said Amy to Sonic, looking confused and tired. That is mine. Where did you find that? Too many ellipses. Amy coughed and sounded like diseased African kids. Well, I'm not rereading it because I'm going to be totally honest. I do not know what diseased African kids sound like.
It's just, this is horrible.
It is. Look, man, 8th grade is a tough time for everybody, okay? Well... Wow, idiot. I just asked you that, said Sonic to Amy in an angry and annoyed way. Are you not going to tell me where this bracelet was? I don't know, said Amy to Sonic with a crackly sounding voice. It was up Cream's vagina, that's where, said Sonic to Amy. Why was your jewelry in another girl's vagina? Screamed Sonic. Why? I, said Amy, trying to say what she wanted to in response to Sonic. Say you are sorry to me, shouted Sonic to Amy. This is such a toxic relationship.
Oh my god.
Obviously, this goes without saying, but this is like Somebody call the fucking police.
Yeah.
This is not okay. Say you are sorry to me, shouted Sonic to Amy as he reeled back, probably to punch her in the mouth. I don't fucking know.
No, Joe.
No, Sonic, said Amy in a still slow, dying way like that. This is, of course, again, famished and starving and dying person. This is the proper time to interrogate them about their sexual history.
Joe, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this.
What?
But Sonic has the best morals.
You know, Will, at this point, I'm starting to doubt the validity of that claim.
How dare you?
I'm starting to... Fuck you! If you are not gonna say you are sorry for cheating on me with another girl's vagina, then we are done, shouted Sonic, with all of his rage running out of his mouth like a train full of swords. Holy shit, that's awesome.
A train?
Full of swords.
Wow.
I'm putting that one in my book. I'm using that.
That is epic. As it
A
were.
train full of swords. Hell yeah. That is one badass train.
Oh my god.
Sonic did not even notice he was crying, which was out of his eyes. Sonic is for to be not realizing this time now.
Fuck, dude. This is just the absolute worst.
Sonic, don't, said Amy in a weakling. Or, I'm sorry, said Amy like a weakling. But before she could say the rest of her words, Sonic ran out of the detention room and shut the door behind him, so they were still in there, and he did not rescue them.
Wow! Wow. Okay, so...
Got him.
Joe.
Yeah.
I am starting to... Look, I don't want to say this out loud. It's very hard for me to say.
Are you starting to question the validity of Sonic being a moral compass?
Maybe.
It's possible.
Maybe. I mean, I don't want to doubt the
Millie,
the Sonic.
you huge slut. Come here.
Wow.
I stood up for 2 seconds to blow my nose, and she took my chair. Asshole cat.
Wow, Joe.
Okay.
I didn't know you had that hate in you.
I do.
Wow.
Give into your anger.
Do it.
Let the hate flow through you.
Sonic ran fast as he could to his home and slammed the door behind him and screamed into his bed and cried and punched things and was just so emotional. Are you updating the screen, by the way, to show the text?
1 second. I was preparing for something else, so give me a moment.
Okay.
Yes, there he is.
Okay. Sonic could not take...
Sonic
could not take all of this pain from being betrayed by his girlfriend, the person he was one day going to go and get married to and have children with and live in a house with and be together and be with together.
Well, I don't know anymore. Now, see, Amy, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what... Well, I mean, it won't be interesting, but it'll be something to see how Amy responds to this, because he woke her up while she's starving, screamed at her, and then left her to die.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if... I mean, it'll be something to see what her response is, but I mean, if you're still going to get married to her, you're not going to have kids with her, because that would kill her. I mean, what? Fuck it. Why am I talking?
Right.
Fuck it. Go.
Who knows? Sonic knew it was not fair that this would happen, and that he... I'm sorry. Okay, God. Sonic knew it was not fair that this would happen, and that he also had the deadliest disease in the world and would end up dying before everyone else. He cut his wrists a little, but did not do it too much because it was dangerous, like they said at the presentation at school. That's exactly why they give you presentations at school. They say things like, kids, if you're going to cut your wrists, don't do it too much. Just a little, because too much is dangerous. I'm just pulling from my knowledge bank of high school when they gave us those presentations. Right, Will?
Don't rope me into this.
Thank you for your support.
Don't do that to me.
I appreciate your support in these dark times.
You shouldn't.
Sonic cried so hard that he fell asleep. I do that all the time. And then he woke up a little while later and looked in the mirror at himself. He did not want to see him anymore, because that was all about because that was all about him being ruined by other people, even when he was the nicest to everyone. Sonic, renowned nice guy.
Who has he been nice to?
Nobody. He killed people. He has blood on his hands, but he is a nice guy.
Just like Shadow.
Sonic reached into his drawers, and pulled out a black hair dye. Sonic filled up the bathtub with his dye, and it looked like a portal to Evil World, and then took a bath in it. And when he came out, all of his fur was edgy. All his fur was black.
And then and now that all his fur is black, he has the inescapable urge to commit crimes. It will become his job very soon.
Now that his hair is all black, he has the inexplicable urge to say, "Nothing personnel, kid."
No, it would need to be purple for that, Joe. Bad joke. Fuck you. That seemed
There was no blue on him anymore, anywhere, much to the chagrin of Eiffel 65.
Yeah.
He looked like Shadow, but only similar. Sonic looked into the mirror again, now that he was not blue anymore. You know what? Is this an allegory for because he was blue, he was sad? Because he was feeling blue? Now he's not blue anymore. This is some smart
Joe,
writing.
I think even that is too much credit. I think even that tiny little bit is a bit too much.
Sonic looked into the mirror again, now that he was not blue anymore. He did not say anything, but only looked at himself and looked angry. But not at himself, but at everyone else. Yes, the fault never lies within. The fault always lies
Everyone
without.
else. Everyone else.
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Yep.
So then Sonic next jumped out of his bedroom window instead of going around and down and using the front door.
And he broke.
It was bad, like something Shadow would do.
However, it was not bad like something Knuckles would do, because he did not jump out of two windows at the same time.
No, he did not. Sonic ran away to the tattoo store and looked at their tattoos. They were all gay.
which tattoo store did he go to? Every tattoo is two men banging. Every tattoo is two penises touching. That's the only tattoo they have.
He went to a tattoo store called Virile Needles.
He went to No. He went to a tattoo store called Gay Tattoos.
Wow,
What's going on here? These are all really gay.
I was trying to make like a joke of like a tattoo parlor name that sounded like it could be kind of gay, and then you were like, "No, that's not right."
I cut to the
Gay
chase.
Tattoos.
I cut to the chase. Got to cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase. Yeah, you circumvented any sort of subversive comedy that I tried to do.
Nope, just gay tattoos.
And crashed into it like a rhino in a china shop.
Sometimes a rhino is what a china shop needs. Sometimes.
Thanks.
Sometimes.
Thanks for nothing.
Sometimes the rhino is just what the china shop needs.
All right, thanks, great. He did not see one that he wanted. But then he went to the tattoo man and threatened him until he let them into the secret back room of tattoos for free. Yes, all tattoo shops have a
secret back room of secret tattoos.
Secret free tattoos, yep.
Yes.
There were a lot of cool bad tattoos back in the back room, like ones with guns and cigarettes and motorcycles and middle fingers, and some with also curse words on them.
Curse words.
Oh
my god.
Not like any of those gay tattoos up front.
No.
Yeah, there's definitely... Oh, you know what, never mind. But Sonic knew which one he wanted finally when he saw it. Sonic got "fuck girls" tattooed right across his chest.
Across his chest!
Hell yeah, because he was sick of being ruined by girls like Amy and Cream. What did Cream do to him? I guess Cream got hand banged by Amy, but like, she didn't directly do anything to Sonic.
Well, that's up to your interpretation.
Oh, I guess it says right there, ruined by girls like Amy and Cream, who let Amy into her vagina. So it was fault of her too. Yeah, it was the fault of her too. Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Sonic ran back home and waited for the next day, kicking and punching things the whole time like a badass. But
That's
he
what
didn't.
badasses do. They run around indiscriminately kicking and punching everything.
But he didn't kick and punch two things at the same time, so he's not a badass.
No, he's he's bad at being a badass.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was now the next day of high school, and new Black Sonic went to school. Oh, okay, well,
Is that what he decided to call himself? Black Sonic?
I don't think we're allowed to say that.
Just give me a minute.
New Black Sonic went to school looking like an angry... Okay, well, yeah. Looking like an angry black man instead of a nice blue man like he was every day. Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
you know... Just give
You
me a
know,
second here,
okay,
Joe.
so I have something. I have a prediction. This is not going to come true, but I really wish it would. Because we've already had it established that Shadow just rolls up on black people and shoots them to death. And now Sonic,
Joe,
apparently, looks like an angry black man.
Can I?
So, I'm kind of hoping that Shadow shoots Sonic to death. I'm not encouraging racial crimes. I just want Sonic dead.
Can you give me a second here? I'm gonna do a thing. If you'll allow me.
Do your thing.
I'm gonna do a thing. Cause
Alexander,
I'm
okay, I had to
excited.
leave for a hot minute. What's going on? You have missed everything. Don't even ask. If you leave the stream for even a moment, when you come back, everything will have changed.
Everything will have been ruined.
This is a transformative session.
Okay, give me 1 second here. This will be worth it. I assure you. Okay. So the stream is going to enjoy this because I found Black Sonic.
Oh,
I have found Black Sonic.
on Black Sonic.
If you wait for it to update, you'll see it in a moment. I'll let you know when it's up. I desperately need you to see Black Sonic. If you...
Let me turn. I gotta turn my stream live.
How delayed are we here?
Yeah, probably a few moments. Oops.
Okay, Black Sonic has arrived on stream.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's just a
What do you think Sonic did to himself? That's Black Sonic. Did you want a racist caricature, Joe? Is that what you wanted from me?
There's some. I don't know, man. He used black dye, so why would that have turned him like his stomach
Joe,
and face brown?
Black Sonic.
I don't get it.
He's black.
Oh, I don't get it.
You are fucking retarded. How are you contradicting the jokes that you yourself were making moments ago? You absolute anus.
I don't know.
You are bad at this.
How did you steamroll my joke about the tattoo parlor? Fuck you, and now we're even.
You know you buried your own jokes. You didn't do anything to me. You ruined yourself.
Congratulations, I played my
Congratulations, Joe. You're even with Joe, I guess. All right, hooray for Black Sonic, Joe. Let's continue.
Oh, I lost the place. Nope. Okay, it was now the next day. Nope. Yeah, looking like an angry black man instead of a nice blue man like he was every other day. This was a new Sonic, and everyone better watch out because he is sick of the world. Shadow was walking in the hallway and he saw Sonic. Hey, Sonic, said Shadow to Sonic. What is up with your new black fur? Don't talk to me, said Sonic in a voice darker. Don't talk to me, said Sonic. I don't know why he's Kuwabara now. Said Sonic in a
Don't talk to me, Urameshi.
darker than Shadow when he was committing crimes. He sounded so angry. What, are you trying to copy off me now? Shadow laughed and smiled, saying this to Sonic. Sonic gave him one look, and almost like being black gave him powers, Sonic punched Shadow right in the mouth on his face, and Shadow went flying across the room and hit the wall and was all bloody. Sonic kept walking like nothing happened at all, but other people were looking and were now becoming scared of the new Black Sonic. Sonic went to all of his classes, but did not talk to anyone. Even Miss Lesson and other teachers looked afraid of Sonic because he was now scary. Sonic did do some things, though, like shove a teenage idiot in his locker.
Teenage idiot?
and
then punch
punch a student who had autism for laughing at him.
Wow. I mean, we are trying to get across the fact that he is now a villain, right?
Well, yeah.
Right? Like, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get across the fact that he is now a bad guy, a villain, an evil person.
Yeah, it's succeeding.
Yeah. This took a turn. This took a turn that I don't think anyone alive expected. I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. This has gone in the most bizarre direction. I can't even... What the fuck is happening?
Sonic did not go to lunch, though. He just went outside where no one was and masturbated on his penis and thought about his angry feelings.
Masturbated on his penis?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, look.
So what he's saying is he was jerking it, and then he somehow bent his penis back around so that he jizzed on his own penis.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear, just to be clear.
Okay, all right, yeah, sure. He thought about his angry feelings, which were like giant bees flying around on fire.
I would be angry too if I was on fire, and I was flying around because I'm a bee, and so therefore I can't drop and roll.
So now we have a train full of swords and also giant bees on fire.
Yeah.
This is fucking terrifying.
This man is terrifying.
Then Tails came outside. Oh, he's just right next to Sonic jerking it, I guess.
Yes!
Sonic, I was looking for you and I found you. Why are you not at lunch? Said Tails to Sonic, who was sitting on a curb thing.
A curb thing?
Why?
That really... I mean...
Leave me alone, said Sonic to Tails in an angry way like before. Are you mad? Said Tails to Sonic.
No.
I said leave me alone! Shouted Sonic to Tails.
I said leave me alone, you're a meshy.
Leave me alone, you're a meshy. And he threw a rock at him. The rock missed Tails, and Tails
Wow,
went
you
over to
suck, Sonic. You're just the worst. Still the worst at everything.
No, Sonic, you are my best friend, said Tails to Sonic. Tell me what is wrong. Why are you black?
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay? You are gay. Sonic looks mad and frustrated.
I hope everybody gets that reference.
Huh?
I said I hope everybody gets that reference.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sonic looked mad and frustrated, but let off a little and opened up to Tails like a book opening. Fine. That bitch Amy, who is not my girlfriend anymore, would not say sorry to me, so I broke up with her, said Sonic to Tails. But Sonic was not looking at Tails and was looking at the ground. Oh my god! Panic! Said Tails to Sonic. Sonic go, what?
I don't know. He didn't turn around, but he's clarifying that Tails did not turn around and have this conversation with himself like he did before.
Tails says this to Sonic because Tails noticed the swarm of giant bees on fire that were descending.
Oh my god, Panic! Being the giant flaming bees descending, being chased by a train full of swords.
Oh god!
The apocalypse is nigh.
No, I am over her. I am different now. I have learned about the world, and I am not so stupid and happy like I used to be.
I am black now.
Yep, Sonic said to Tails, sounding still angry, even though he was talking to Tails. Oh, okay, said Tails.
Really, Joe, this story is very progressive, having a transracial character as its protagonist.
Yeah, progressive. That's the word we'll go with.
This guy's turning a corner from all his horrific homophobia. He's trying to make up for it. He's trying to show that he's a changed man.
Oh, okay, said Tails, sounding sad and disappointed.
Disappointed.
I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Espio was worried about you too. He also said Knuckles might fail out of high school because he is now a baby and is having the hardest time doing his classes. We know this. Why?
I brought you a sandwich.
I brought you a sandwich. Tails gave the sandwich to Sonic, and he ate it like a rhino chewing up a bag of humans.
That's a vivid image.
Yeah, it's one that
chewing
everyone
up
can relate
a
with.
bag of humans? How big is this bag to fit multiple humans?
Honestly, who hasn't come across a rhino
chewing up a bag of humans? Happens all the time in the wild in Africa.
And when he finished the sandwich, the next period started, and Sonic and Tails went to the rest of their class.
I just imagine a rhino setting a trap for humans, and he catches them, and they all end up in this huge bag, and then he eats them inside the bag. he carries them off to a nice little oasis where he eats them, the whole bag of humans.
Sonic then went home at the end of the day and lied down on his bed and looked up. Fuck everyone, thought Sonic.
No,
inside
fuck
of his
everyone,
head.
though Sonic.
Oh, though Sonic, inside of his head, not saying it out loud. Fuck the world. I am gonna die and no one cares about me. Sonic just lied and thought, and then did a workout to become big and strong. A single workout is all it takes.
Yes.
Sonic
He's now
said,
big and strong.
I've been doing it fucking wrong my whole life, apparently.
Yeah.
Sonic sat down at the end of it, tired and sweaty, but now strong. What can I do, thought Sonic. Wait, Amy and Rouge gets out of detention tomorrow. Sonic looked at his body in front of him and then said, I am gonna make that bitch pay.
All right.
Good.
Great. I had to read the chapter of rape. Now I have to read the chapter of domestic abuse. This is just...
Uh-oh.
Chapter 21, Evil and Bad.
Yeah, this is not gonna be good.
A 12-year-old. Author's note. Wow, I am back. I see that I have earned some haters while I was away, leaving mean reviews. But just so you all know, this story is rated M and is for mature audiences only. Oh, okay, he did actually rate it M. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was saying that, and then I was gonna look at it, and it wasn't.
Right.
Just because you do not get or understand adult material does not mean you should pass judgment on it. So keep on hating on haters. Huh? Because I'm going to finish this story because it is so popular. If you leave nice reviews, thank you.
Yeah,
If you leave nice reviews, please remove yourself from the gene pool.
If something
Sonic.
that's actually true. If something is rated mature or like for mature audiences, that means it is free of all criticism.
That means it can't be stupid.
Yeah, if you criticize it, it's because you're not mature enough to
Which is
understand.
why all R-rated movies are automatically good.
Yeah.
Every one.
And pornos are the best movies.
Yes.
They're absolutely like can never ever be flawed.
Nope. Sonic woke up out of his bed and onto the floor and was still angry. Now Sonic was Black Sonic. Okay, just
Oh, I forgot about his tattoo. Nobody
anyone
made
new
a single
coming in.
comment about his tattoo.
No.
That's cool.
His tattoo that said "fuck girls." It was immediately followed up by Black Sonic. How could you possibly remember it?
I guess.
Like,
Well, here's a question.
Immediately fucking eclipsed by Black Sonic.
Here's a question. So he is a hedgehog, and he's got. I mean, do hedgehogs have fur, or is it quills, or like is it nothing but quills?
It's fur and quills.
Okay, so ostensibly he got this on his chest, which I think, based on that circle, is like just fur. So if he got a tattoo,
his
would
chest
you
is bare
actually be
skin.
able to see it?
His chest is bare skin.
His chest is bare skin?
Yeah, all the yellow parts of him are just bare skin. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know if like hedgehogs had fur on their belly or on their chest.
I don't know what real head is it. Are you under the impression that Sonic
Yes,
is
I'm trying to get some scientific facts out of this train wreck, okay?
Why?
Because it's needed. It's science, okay?
You're right. This is well, this is all science, so I think it's a fair standard.
Thank you.
Sonic then arrived near the lunch. Okay.
Sonic
He
got
had a
ready
tattoo. Sonic got ready for school by putting on scary things like chains and spiky collars that made him look bad, and went to high school. Sonic went to his classes, but did not do what he was told to do in class. Wow. He did not talk to anyone. Instead, he went to a computer and looked at videos of cigarettes and drugs.
Yeah, that's what I do in my free time to flex on how bad I am.
Oh my god. Sonic then arrived near the lunchroom, which is where they were having lunch. What?
I'm actually
Sonic's
curious.
friends.
Hang on.
Yeah, can you Google, do people have lunch in a lunchroom?
I know, I just did a YouTube search for any videos called Cigarettes and Knives.
What did you get?
The trailer for 21 Bridges.
Are you serious? Did that actually come up?
It's like the 6th result.
Oh my god, that's...
The first result is DIY blade from cigarette filter survival life hack. Hey.
That's something else. Alright. Sonic then arrived near the lunchroom, which is where they were having lunch. Sonic's friends. Sonic just looked in from outside while everyone was inside, and no one was outside but Sonic, like an alive snowman that looks in your window on Christmas.
Yeah, I can relate. Also, he's just
Sure.
standing around outside of the lunchroom staring in, and I can only imagine you just hear like muffled My Chemical Romance in the background.
Yes. Or Linkin Park.
Ooh, that too.
Sonic saw Amy and Rouge looking still skinny, but now eating food in such a happy way. Sonic could hear them talking. Wow, I'm so glad we are out of detention, said Amy to Rouge. Yes, thanks to Silver, we have been escaped from detention, said Rouge to Amy. It looked like Silver did the hero.
Contradiction. I thought that they said they were being released from detention.
Like I fucking know?
In the last chapter, they said they were getting out of detention the next day. So Silver broke them out of detention like minutes before their term was about to expire.
Yes, he's the hero. It looked like Silver did the hero thing to do and saved Amy and Rouge from detention, and now they were out. Sonic was not happy about it, though. Being black.
Oh.
Haggard bitches, said Sonic to the window next to the door that he was looking through into the lunchroom. One second, let me transition back to the actual story here.
Haggard
Bitches, said Sonic to the window next to the door that he was looking through into the lunchroom from outside. This is getting way too convoluted. Sonic saw Tails and Espio and all of the other people go over to Amy and Rouge laughing and smiling that he hung out with before he turned black, and he got mad and sad and left. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so much for that plot. Sonic walked by the lunchroom's food area.
I hate everyone. I want to transform my appearance, become an emo kid, and fuck everyone. But I still want attention.
Yep.
Why isn't anyone paying attention to me?
Yep. Sonic saw Tails and Espio and all of the other people go over to Amy and Rouge laughing and... Okay, I'm sorry, I read that already.
Yeah.
Sonic walked by the lunchroom's food area, which was a different room, but attached to the lunchroom, where there was a separate door that could get... Why is this so fucking ridiculous? But there was a separate door that could get you into this part, where the food was made. Sonic walked by and looked in, and the lunch lady was there giving food to all the teenagers, and she saw Sonic and looked surprised at how he looked now with black fur and tattoo.
She gave him a wink. Hey.
But then she got over it and waved and smiled. Sonic looked away and kept walking, and behind him the lunch lady looked sad and disappointed and worried. Sonic left the school completely, which is really bad and will get you in big trouble, and went to the Chinese restaurant. Sonic got some Chinese food and ate it. And with his food came a magical fortune cookie, where there's a piece of paper inside with a magical fortune on it that tells the future. Why are we suddenly explaining everything in the most minute detail as if no human alive knows what anything is?
What is a fortune cookie?
Well, you see, it's magical. And there's a piece of paper inside with a magical fortune on it that tells the future. Sonic opened the cookie and ate the cookie, but kept the paper. And it said, "You will not have any friends if you are black." So you have to know that this fortune was not put in there intentionally just for Sonic. This fortune was put in there for whoever got it. You will not have any friends if you are black.
Meanwhile, a kindly black family enters this Chinese restaurant.
They have no friends.
Furious with the owners. What the fortune cookie did you give us? You pieces of shit.
Sonic thought about what
Oh
it
my
said
God.
and wondered what it could mean and what it could mean for him because it was so mysterious always reading these cookies and their messages. Yes, this is it's very vague and not clear at all. I mean, it's like double speak, like a riddle wrapped inside an enigma.
And smothered in secret sauce.
After Sonic went back to school and missed one of his classes, but went to the next one. But on the way into high school, the hall man tried to stop Sonic, but Sonic punched him right in the face so hard that he almost died and got past him. Oh.
Not the hall man.
I guess he's fine. Now he can go to class. No one can punish him for this because now he's in class. Leaving holes in everything that showed he was stronger than everyone now. Sonic also looked at porn that was not like he usually did. Now with things like Africans and dragons.
Uh-oh. Well, really, comparably. If...
Don't post any links in the chat because we will probably get shut down. But, but put ones in chat if you have seen dragon porn.
It's called scalies, bro.
No, that's not the same thing. Dragons fucking.
Oh, absolutely.
Like fucking National Geographic dragons fucking.
Hang on.
We're gonna you can just come back to it. It's gonna be like 30 seconds before people can respond.
No,
For some reason,
no,
there's
you-
an outrageous stream delay.
Yeah, you said put ones in chat. I just put a 1 in chat.
Ben Callahan said, "It is a conundrum wrapped in an enigma put into racism."
All right. Okay, so yeah, Africans and dragons. Really, if you're gonna compare some strange pornography to look at, yes, both of those would be on the same spectrum: dragon porn and porn featuring African Americans or just Africans or black people. Wow. Fuck this author.
Well, I mean, African dragons are probably a real thing. Even though he was very scary now, though, as Black Sonic, his balls were still the same and did not get cured. Damn it. I was sure this would work. I was sure the hair dye would do the job.
His ball cancer is just like, fuck this, I'm out of here. He's too edgy.
It became night in the world, but Sonic did not go to sleep like a normal person. In fact, when it got really dark out, Sonic got out of his room from the window and left. Because Sonic was black now.
I don't think this is how this works.
No one could see him in the dark unless you looked pacifically hard just for Sonic. Unless you have the entire Pacific Ocean on your side, you cannot see Sonic in the dark. But who was going to do that? Sonic left and went to a bad neighborhood and bought drugs like Marowak and ate some of them and kept the rest in his pocket.
Marowak.
Sonic had really changed now from being the one with the best morals to the ones with the worst. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that big of a shift. I think you think it's more dramatic than it actually is.
Hey, hang on, I have to stop because you just skimmed over the fact that he bought marijuana and ate some of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat some of this delicious marijuana.
He ate 3 marijuana. Okay, Sonic had really changed now from being the one with the best morals to the ones with the worst, like a seagull. I can't even finish the fucking analogy. Like a seagull. Where are we going with this? Becoming angry because it would not get any breadcrumbs in the parking lot. If you're a seagull and you're starving and that makes you angry, you now have the worst morals. Sonic moved on from the bad neighborhood to where he wanted to go next, Amy's house. Sonic's brain was now being controlled by drugs, and he was becoming even worse than when he was just black.
Eating marijuana, not even once.
Sonic went to Amy's window and looked into it and saw her sleeping on her bed like a DVD not being used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yep.
Right. His head filled up with anger, but it was in a way that he actually became kind of happy and angry and laughed like he wanted to do something bad to her. Sonic looked down at his tattoo that said "fuck girls" and it reminded him of what she had done to him. He forgot until that moment. Probably the drugs.
So, I'm actually somewhat impressed. I wish
You're impressed?
I wish that I was stupid enough to be able to come up with the kind of similes and metaphors that this author is coming up with. It's awe-inspiring. Like, she was sleeping like a DVD not being watched. What the fuck?
Avalon Parsons said, "We call dragon porn the medieval shuffle."
I saw Ben Colahan was so excited he put 1 in chat twice.
Here.
I really watched.
He had seen it, and then also he looked it up again and found it again and posted 1 in chat again.
Not here to kink shame you, Ben Colahan. You do you, but
Oh
yeah,
no,
really excited about that dragon porn.
Sonic was so evil that he punched in through the window and ran fast right to Amy's bed, and she started to wake up a little from being in sleep mode. She's a PC now. Her eyes were just blinking a little, and she obviously could not see well at all, and especially could not see Sonic because it was dark, and he was now black, which was like camouflage. Sonic just grinned at her with an evil look, and just as she started to open her eyes and see his white eyes above her, he punched her right in the face. Well,
Great.
we knew this was coming. Amy was now in a lot of pain, but still confused and surprised, and maybe thought she was nightmaring. But no, it was real. A new Black Sonic on drugs was about to beat all of her shit out of her. Fuck you, girl, he screamed, but still smiled, and punched her more in the face until all of her teeth got knocked out, and she was like a grandma who could only eat pudding and not steak. Amy was now screaming and crying, but he stuck a thing in her mouth, and she couldn't do anything. He was so mad and under the powers of Marowak, and he looked at her, and she was so afraid and scared, but he was still smiling and angry. Sonic's black rage was coming out through his fists with violence.
I'm sorry, Will, what was that you were saying about this being a progressive work of art?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I believe that your words were, this is because he's a
But then all of a
trans
sudden, Amy kicked her foot up and hit Sonic right in the balls. Thank God, because the blankets were over Amy's foot as she did this, so she did not touch Sonic's ball disease. It still hit him very much though, hurt him very much though, and he fell off her bed and was in pain from being hit in the balls, which is the most powerful spot on a man. So it hurts the hardest because it is like the information superhighway of your body.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, the information superhighway is the internet.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, Sonic's testicles are a series of tubes.
Absolutely they are.
Okay. Sonic hurt so much from this that it was like a hit to his brain, and all of the drugs fell off his brain.
Well, okay, hang on.
They were latched onto his brain like ticks. They all fell off.
No, this makes sense in the Sonic universe. He just got hit, so sort of like the rings would just go flying out of him. All of the drugs just went
Oh my God! There's just all these fucking bong, like these like little pipes laying all over the ground, and
all the marijuanas that he ate.
Yeah, yep. Sonic suddenly looked around him and saw he was in Amy's room. He ran over to the bed, kind of knowing what just happened, but wondering if it was a dream, like Amy was thinking, but it was not. Sonic was lying over Amy's body, and they were both perfectly still, like a couple of candy canes. like what now? This was like the second or third Christmas analogy. So when was this written? When was this published?
Well, the last chapter was written around summer vacation, so if it took them several months, this one would have been...
I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. But one was sitting on an invisible bench over the other.
Sure.
Okay. Their eyes were both so big as they looked at each other, both scared and shocked at what it was that was happening. Amy's mouth was all bloody and no teeth was in it, like a hole that went straight to China. But instead it was to her boobs and then vagina.
What?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Will,
Sonic,
why did you write this?
Fuck you. I'm done. Fuck you.
2012
Triple double extra
fuck
you. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. People are gonna think that's actually true.
No.
Sonic was lying over... Okay, I read that already. Sonic and Amy did not say anything either. Sonic suddenly looked sad and scared and got off her bed and backed away toward the side of the room and ran out of it. Sonic was feeling so many feelings, being scared and sad and shocked and surprised. He could feel little baby tears at the side of his eyes, like Jewish people being thrown up in the air at a bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah.
At a bar mitzvah.
That's...
What is a bar mit? And why does it own a va?
You've never been to bar mitzvah?
No. Is that one of the attractions at Poot nannies? Bar mitzvah?
It could be.
They only sell falafels.
Oh, well.
He ran as fast as he could straight down the road. He ran out of town and through the forest like a deer that could use a car. That is one of the most terrifying images. Imagine you're driving down the road and there's a car swerving around in the next lane, and as you pass it, you see a fucking deer behind the wheel. It just goes, ah! No!
Oh, no.
Oh, God, I'm terrified. Anyway, he ran out of the town and through the forest like a deer that could use a car, and to the edge of the forest where there was a giant cliff. Sonic ran off the edge of the cliff in order to die.
Yep.
Chapter 22, the saddest day ever. Now, okay. So
Jesus
if
Christ.
you'll, I really need to go to the bathroom. So I put the idle image on, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'll work with chat for a second. So thank you, Mr. Anderson, for that super chat. Carol Baskins killed her husband. Changed my mind. Is Carol Baskins, is that the one from that Tiger King documentary? I'm not gonna lie, I have not actually. Yeah, she is. I have not actually watched Tiger King yet. I've heard a lot about it, and I know it's about like I know there's some controversy with Carol Baskin and possibly having hired someone to off her husband or something, but I haven't actually seen it yet. So, but thank you. Also, full disclosure, Mr. Anderson is a friend of ours in real life. He's a acquaintance / good friend. We haven't gotten to see in quite a while because of stupid quarantine, but thanks. And also, I noticed you wrote lower. I know Will, he did write this. So thank you for throwing him under the bus. That's fucking hilarious. Ben says Will couldn't have written this. He knows how to spell. I don't know. Still up for debate. Avalon Parson. We don't kink shame. We kink claim. That's awesome. Kit Kat. If I'm remembering the cadaver anatomy lab I had, the mouth does not go into the boobs or the vagina. Are you sure about that?
Okay, I am back, Joe. Are you ready to return to the disaster?
Yeah, I just want to bring to your attention, Mr. Anderson, that fellow that we know, gave us a super chat.
What does it say?
Carol Baskins killed her husband.
I don't need to change your mind. I hate her anyway. She's a disgusting, despicable human.
And he also wrote down below, I know Will, he did write this.
Fuck you. Don't put this on me. Also, Sonic is dead. So
yeah.
This is a very relevant image while we travel through the odyssey of this next chapter.
I have a quick aside. Not even tangentially related, but we just mentioned the deers driving, and it reminded me of a saga when I was heading home. I used to work at several years ago. I was working at a Taco Bell, and I was working as basically a manager, but I was doing the overnight shift. And so with Taco Bell, they were open until like 2 a.m. or 2:30 a.m., something ridiculous like that. So after we cleaned the shop and everything else was done, we were heading home at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning.
Wow.
So and when I drove home, I was living in a town. It was maybe like 15 minutes away from the place that I worked. So when I drove home, I would drive through some sort of like wooded areas where it was a bit hilly. And of course, at nighttime, there's a chance that, especially early morning, there's a chance that deer will be out. So I was always driving pretty cautious. Anyway, I had the situation. I was driving home, and in this wooded area, in an area kind of on the beginning of the road, there was a pretty big hill, and you'd come up the hill, crest over it, and go down. And then from there, you had a pretty good line of sight looking down the rest of the road. But on that hill, it was a bit of a blind spot. So I was coming up the hill, I was coming up a bit slow. And as I crested the hill, in the opposite lane, so in the other direction, there was a deer standing in the road, all four legs just like planted. Like this thing was standing, staring down the road at oncoming cars. Like, deer like dart into the road. This thing is just fucking standing there, looking down the road in the opposite direction. So of course, immediately I hit my brakes. I'm like, oh shit, this deer might jump in front of me. I hit my brakes and slow down a bit. He doesn't move, doesn't do anything. Crest the hill and go past this thing, and it's sitting there staring down the road. And as I pass it, I turn and look at it, and like in a horror movie, the deer snaps its head and looks directly into my eyes, and I'm just like, ah! Away! I'm like, that's a fucking demon deer. I'm out of here.
It's coming for me.
It's like this deer was hoping to destroy someone's car coming from the other direction, but because I was going the wrong direction, it was like, how dare you?
There he is, get him! Oh boy. All right, Joe.
That's all. I just want to tell a little story.
Are you ready?
Okay. Obviously not. Holy shit, hang on. I'm dying. Ugh. Chapter 22. The saddest day ever.
I disagree. After everything that's transpired, bullshit.
No, I agree. This is the saddest day ever for us.
For us, it will be a sad day for you. Will it hurt to read? Will it hurt to read Sonic High School?
Chapter 22.
It will be very painful for you.
What's the next part of your plan? Crashing this fanfic with no survivors.
What? You broke out.
Oh, I was like, what's the next part of your plan? Crashing this fanfic with no survivors.
Epic. All right, go ahead.
All right. We are gathered here today to put Sonic into the ground, said the funeral man.
Funeral man!
Funeral man, burying people like funeral man can.
Burying people, he's funeral man.
He's funeral man. Furial. I keep saying
Furial.
Furial man.
Ethereal man. Ethereal man. He's not a man, he's ethereal man.
Stronger than funeral man. Sonic died. The other day, a security camera in the woods saw Sonic run off a cliff, and he fell all the way down and hit the ground at the bottom next to the river. His body... Oh my God. So messed up, he is dead for sure.
No one checked. He might have been alive at the time, but now he is definitely dead because no one did anything. They just looked at him and they're like, ah, that's messed up. And then they left.
The best part is, this is the funeral director saying this to people who are ostensibly mourning.
Man, his body, man, he got really fucked up.
Yeah. That's something.
He's like extra dead.
Oh my God.
I refuse to believe that, though. No one is mourning Sonic.
That's true. Everyone was at the funeral place, which they decided to put in the garden of the school, so they could bury Sonic, like a delicious berry, of course.
Well, they're going to bury him, and then they're going to plant a blueberry bush on him in honor of what he used to look like.
They could bury Sonic at high school, which is where he spent most of his time as a teen. Wow. Yeah, that's
how that works.
Yeah, I'm not going to go any further than that.
Is his mom at the funeral? Oh, okay.
All of Sonic's friends who were there were attending his funeral.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Tails was right and front and was crying, and next to him was Amy, who was crying the most, and she was hugging Sonic's mom with her face in her boobs, who was crying too, but not so loud, like a honking horn on a bike that she was not squeezing too hard. So Sonic's mom is crying like, honk, 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 honk. Also, so Amy's teeth are still knocked out? Is that a thing? I mean...
as far as I know, yes.
She got punched in the face and all of her teeth knocked out, yet here she is. Alright. Everyone was so sad.
What do you want, Joe? Did you expect more?
I want release.
I expected nothing less, and I am still disappointed.
So, I want release. That's what I want.
Crave release from this hell.
Everyone was so sad because Sonic is now dead. There was also Rouge and Cream, who was wearing a big ring with a really big shiny white.
Maybe he doesn't understand the word jewel, or maybe there's just a tall man standing out of her ring.
Hello. A really big shiny white Jew in it. And they were also crying because they are women and they cannot control their emotions.
Well, I mean,
also the Jewish person in her ring was crying.
Yes.
Boy, this is so sad.
I'm sorry.
Knuckles,
I'm sorry. It would be really sexist to say that women can control their emotions. What he actually says is they cannot control their emotoins.
oh, thank you. That's true. I also have trouble controlling my emotoins.
Oh, that's because you're a woman.
Thank you. I do look like a man with a vagina.
Jesus Christ. I've already forgotten about that one. Go ahead.
Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. were there and being held and crying in a baby way. Yep, as babies. Because babies cry at funerals all the time. They're very sad and understand the emotional impact of what's going on.
Correct.
And there was Silver, who was crying a little, and even SPO2 was crying a little bit at the funeral where they all were.
Most of them are like pretending.
Yeah.
They've forced out some tears to be fashionable. But they don't actually give a shit at all.
Look, to be fair, Sonic did turn black, which in universe means that nobody cared about him anymore.
Yes.
So this is kind of contradictory. Maybe when he fell to his death...
I'm surprised they didn't like put his head on a pike so that he could view the school that he loved so much.
I wonder even if his body wasn't like crushed up or anything, if this would still have to be a closed casket because his chest has "fuck girls" tattooed on it.
Possibly.
It'd be awkward as people are coming past the casket. They're like, "Oh, there's Son." Oh, jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Well, what an endorsement, even in death.
What happened to him? Did someone do that after he died?
Dr. Eggman is at the funeral. He walks by. He's like, "What the fuck? What have I missed?"
Never mind. I quit. This guy's way worse than me.
I haven't been here for like 10 chapters. What the fuck?
He hasn't been here for like 20 chapters.
No, he was in like chapter 6 or 7, wasn't he?
Yeah, that would be like 15, 20 chapters ago. This is chapter 22, Joe.
Oh, fuck you. He hasn't been here for like 10 chapters. Oh, actually, it's more like 15.
Actually, it's 20.
Do math.
It's 20. Joe, go. Please continue.
No, we're gonna stay on this for a while. Because you're an asshole.
Then I'm gonna read.
Miss Lesson was there, and she was crying, which made her look uglier. Okay. And the lunch lady was there, too, and even though she was very big and strong, she cried, too, because Sonic is dead. Sonic's Chinese doctor was there, too, also. He did not cry because his eyes were too small to let them shoot out.
What the fuck?
Fuck this author.
My god. That's fucking hilarious. It's so bad.
It's
so insanely racist.
You eyes is too small. They don't let them tears out.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Charmy and Vector were not at Sonic's funeral because they were dead now. Blaze the cat was not there because no one liked her and no one invited her. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Amy looked at Rouge and said... Look,
she hasn't been in this story at all, and now I guess I know why.
Amy looked at Rouge and said to Rouge, "Rouge, where is Shadow? He was going to come to Sonic's funeral. He is not here." Amy sounded weird and sad, and she did not have any teeth, so all of her words came out so idiotly.
Like, that's it. Make fun of the abuse victim, the assault victim. What an idiot. She got punched in the face. What an idiot.
It was like she was a ghost who could not speak a language that humans could understand. Okay. She usually did not talk. Now that she did not have teeth because Sonic punched them out of her mouth and into space before he killed himself.
He grabbed her teeth and threw them into space. And he's like, wait, oops. Shit.
There goes Amy's teeth. Da 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 da.
Da-da, da-da, da-da-da.
I do not know. Is it that he could be late that he's not here? Said Rouge back to Amy in a sad way. They were right. Shadow was not there. Shadow was dark, but even he was not dark enough to not go to Sonic's funeral.
Fun reel.
Why make it a funeral when it could be a funeral? I want to fucking do that now. Holy shit. So, just a real quick aside, I do not... So I understand, like, funerals are sad events, of course, because people enjoyed being around people. But, like, I am the type of person who would rather celebrate a person's life and, like, appreciate what impact they made rather than sitting around and being sad that they're not here anymore, you know? So, like, personally, and I don't think I'm close to death at this point, but, like, at some point, I want to set some instructions for whoever is going to be attending my funeral, hopefully my kids or grandkids or whatever, to say, when you guys do my funeral, don't sit around and be a bunch of fucking sad sacks. Have a fun time. Like, I'm dead, but that's okay. I believe in an afterlife, so I'll probably be fine.
Oh my god, I found the perfect image. I found a perfect
image? Oh no, am I gonna have to refresh now?
I mean, you don't have to. Entirely up to you. But I'm gonna put it in. I have this running tally of fucking images.
So we got another super chat from Mandelbrot. Just started watching. What did I miss since the start of the stream?
I mean,
like, can somebody find the Thanos quote where she's like, "What did it cost you? Everything."
Yes.
What did I miss? Everything.
Yeah, you've missed far too much for us to
Far too much. Someone in chat can possibly catch you up.
I mean, if they're like the nicest person to ever exist, maybe they can.
Fun relay. Alexander, I appreciate that. You said your grandfather was the exact same way. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, funerals suck. They're sad, but don't just sit around crying. It's like, get it out of your system and then have a party. My my brother had an idea. He was like, when I die, he was like, when I die, I want my casket to be placed underneath a glass dance floor and have people dance around on top of my dead body. And I was like, that's awesome.
That's fucking ludicrous. Well, I found the perfect image to celebrate Sonic's funeral. His fun reel.
All right, let me see if I can.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to fucking update this stream. We are so far behind.
Oh no. That's awesome.
All right, so continue, Joe. I'll leave this up to celebrate the occasion for a little while.
You got it. Not dark enough, which is why it was not. Shadow. Okay, Tails, said Amy now to Tails instead of Rouge, who was on the other side of her, more towards the middle of it. Where is Shadow? Shadow is not here. Whenever Shadow is not on screen, the other character should be standing around saying, "Where's Shadow?"
What's Shadow doing?
Tails looked really sad and crying.
Is this Sonic High School or Attack on Titan?
Tails looked really sad and crying some, and everyone thought he was gonna kill himself in a few days because he is so sad and his best friend is now dead. Yes, that's exactly what you do at funerals. You sit around wondering who's next. Fuck this author. That's the worst. Ugh.
Or is he the best? Discuss.
I do not know, and it is pissing me off. I should send a robot to kill him, said Tails, sounding mad and sad. Amy made a sad and disappointing face and said, "High school drama is so crazy."
It is.
Then the funeral man went back to the front like a standing racehorse, going up to the front and started talking again. "Hello, family and friends and teenagers. We are now going to talk about why we love Sonic so much and we miss him. Everyone please come up and say a nice thing about Sonic so we can remember him before we... put him down.
He's actually still alive.
Oh, they brought Sonic to the vet. Time to go, old boy. Oh, Tails got... Also, I hate that this is like a fucking school assembly where the principal has to come up. They're like, okay, everyone say something nice about the dead kid. And everyone's like, oh.
God.
I mean, I never really talked to him, but I guess he passed me.
I guess he was alive before now.
He was okay.
I guess he was alive before he died. I mean, he must have been, right? Yeah.
The bully comes up to the front. He's like, whenever I made him give me his lunch money, he always gave me the most.
He always gave me everything he had.
Tails got up first and went to the spot where he was.
Is that what he did? Wow.
And said, Sonic was my best friend. He was the coolest and fastest, and he always knew what to do when we were bored and wanted to have fun. We lived in different houses, but it was like we did not because we saw each other on the bus. I miss Sonic.
Tails is the smartest person alive.
Tails started to cry more, and everyone thought that was sad, and Tails went back. Then Amy and Sonic's mom both did not go because they were both crying too much, and Amy was embarrassed of her no teeth at all.
I don't know why that makes me laugh, but that's...
Okay.
Maybe I'm losing my... Yes, I know what's about to happen.
Then got up Rouge, who was holding Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. like a pelican, carrying 2 watermelons in its mouth.
She has Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. in her mouth.
That is one sexy pelican. We're gonna have some like furry awakenings in the chat.
Oh no, some flap. But if it's a bird, would that make it a flappy?
Pelicans are pretty. Did you? Oh no. Oh, I don't know if I want to go down this tangent or not.
What are we doing, Joe?
Never mind.
What?
I don't want to.
Okay. All right. Go then. Let's continue. Then don't.
Okay. Thank you. It's bizarre and gross. That's why I didn't want to.
Oh, well, then do it.
Real.
Now you have to. Now you give us details.
Okay. Apparently.
As long as it's not dark and sad, go for it.
It is dark and sad and gross. That's why I kind of don't want to.
Oh, it's dark and sad and gross. Well, fuck it.
You brought it up. Apparently, there is a type of bird, and somebody in chat can probably clarify this. It's a type of bird in I want to say it's like African or South American countries or something like that, that is quote unquote sexy. Like the bird has like big ass eyelashes and like apparently is like this desired object. And apparently there is a problem where people will actually try to have sex with these birds.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not kidding. Like it's a real like if you look up images of whatever this bird looks like, the bird is appears like I said, it's got like big eyelashes, big eyes. It's a nice looking bird. It's not a bird I want to fuck, but apparently other people have different ideas about that.
Which raises the question, Joe. What bird would you want to fuck?
Albatross.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
Dat neck.
Oh, okay.
I'm a neck man.
Albatross neck. All right. Well, now that that's established, please continue the funeral.
Yeah, absolutely. So sorry, we just got past that sexy pelican.
Yep.
Watermelon. I am going to miss Sonic so much, said Rouge. Apparently she said this because there wasn't an end to the quotation, so she's just still talking.
Yes.
I'm going to miss Sonic so much, said Rouge. He was such a cool and nice guy with the best morals, and everyone knew his penis was bigger than everyone else's.
Mm-hmm. Everyone did know that.
That's what I would say at a funeral.
Yep.
Rouge was so sexy. By the way, Will, when you die, I know what I'm saying at your funeral. First, I'm going to walk up there like a sexy pelican carrying 2 watermelons in my mouth.
Absolutely. As you should.
Rouge was so sex-thinking, but it was okay because it is all about saying good things about the dead person at a funeral, and everyone nodded anyway because it was. Yep. Genital compliments, very common at funerals.
Mm-hmm.
Knuckles said, "I am a baby now, but I have always been Sonic's friend, and I miss him and want to take care of him. And want to take care of him.
He's a baby, Joe. Don't hang on this forever. It's a fucking baby.
As a baby and helping me with my schoolwork as a baby now." See, that would be a valid argument if every single other person in this fan fiction didn't also talk like a baby.
Look, I did not write this, okay? So.
And then Knuckles Jr. said, "I only knew Sonic for a few weeks, but he is the coolest guy I have ever known. He was so fast and smart and good at everything. I wish he didn't kill himself." Then Espio went and said more sad things, and so did Cream and Silver. The author couldn't be fucking bollocks.
No, he could not be asked to write another word. He does not give a shit. He's lost interest in his own fucking chapter.
I can't be asked. And so did Cream and Silver and the rest of everyone, like a conga line of being sad. The lunch lady said she will always miss Sonic, and he was a nice boy, and she wanted to take him and his friends to see Asia. Did she tell everyone about how he jammed his head up her puss hole and rolled around?
I don't know. I don't remember this. So.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna take your word.
You cowered it out. You left.
No, I was there for the whole thing.
You were like,
I just don't remember it at all.
Zoning out. Yeah. And Sonic's doctor said that it might not be so bad that Sonic died because now his ball disease has been neutralized. I mean, technically it has been neutralized.
Give this man a standing ovation for finally belittling this piece of shit.
Oh, and chat cleared it up. Yes, it's called a secretary bird, I think. I'd have to Google it, but I'm not going to do that right now. Yep. Neutralized. By the time that everyone was done saying things about Sonic, they were all so tired from crying and hungry that they needed to stop and have some food. They had caramel because
7 hours later. We're so hungry. Can we be let out of Sonic funeral detention now?
They had caramel because Sonic really liked it after the time he had it on vacation, and they had soda because it always made them smile. Soda makes bubbles, and it is cool because how do they do it? Science! How soda make bubbles?
Because how do they do it?
Damn it, Light, now my mouth got bubbles.
Oh no! No!
But still, even after they did all this, Shadow was not here, and some people thought that was rude, and Tails was about ready to find him and cut his homo throat.
Wow. He is gay, though. Remember he's gay for Silver? That was a thing like 25,000 chapters ago.
That's great, Will. If someone is gay, it doesn't give you the right to call them a homo, nor claim that their throat is a homo throat. This is not acceptable in hard bodies.
Or maybe it is.
Shadow is still not here, said Tails, just out loud to everyone and not really anyone. What the heck? Okay, said the funeral man. Stop eating. We are gonna put Sonic into the ground forever. Everyone started to yelp and cry because that meant Sonic would never come back. Because you would get so tired digging him up that you would quit, even if he was...
Oh no, we buried him alive. But like, that's a lot of dirt, dude.
There's like people
It's
are
so
walking
much
away
dirt.
People are walking away from a funeral having just buried someone. A doctor comes rushing up with like a bunch of papers in his hands, like, everyone, he wasn't dead, he's still alive, and everyone's like,
Dude, do you know how long that would take?
Why
don't you go dig him up if you care so much? Fuck's sake.
Everyone went back to the sitting zone.
The sitting zone. It's like marked off with like red and black like striped tape. Sitting zone.
And sat in chairs, and the funeral man and his dead person workers picked up the coffin. Picked up the coughing. Marowak coughing.
Marowak versus coughing. The true story.
Like it was only a cotton candy suitcase, and it's because he was so light. It's a cotton candy suitcase.
Oh,
Makes sense.
okay.
and lifted it over the big hole in the ground they made for Sandvik.
Someone wrote the sign, like, you know how they have those wreaths of flowers? Like, Tails wrote it, and everybody thinks he's smart, but he's actually an idiot, so he, like, wrote it with crayon, and instead of, he wrote Sandvik. And nobody said anything, because he's Sonic's best friend, and they didn't want to make him any sadder.
It's not even on the wreath, it's on the fucking tombstone. It's been engraved already.
Sandvik.
Sonic's mom is looking at it like, something isn't right about the spelling. But
Something's not ready about this Sandvik tombstone.
Yeah, something's not right, but oh well, I miss you, Sandvik. My son, my darling son who I loved. That just reminded me, my folks, what was it? So I don't want to get too sad or anything, but my grandma passed away.
How can you get sad at a funeral?
Yeah. My grandma passed away not too long ago, and she left some money for our family. So my folks have been occasionally sending my brother and I a check for just a little bit of money from that, basically from that to kind of help out with bills and shit. And I got one of these checks from my mom. I'm looking at it, and my mom wrote the check out. It's in her handwriting, but she spelled my first name Joesph. Josp. And I'm like, I called him and I'm like, Mom, Dad, thank you very much for the money. I might have trouble cashing this in the bank. because I am not Josp. You don't know your darling son, Josp. Josp. Of all people to misspell my name, my mother.
Joesph.
Joesph. Yep.
That's amazing.
Josp.
She wrote it like that. She didn't type it.
She wrote it was in cursive. It was in her handwriting.
Joesph. And she saw it and went, good enough.
She got my last name right at least.
Avkmpy.
Anyway. Okay, thanks. Appreciate if you wouldn't, say my actual last name on the stream.
I didn't. That's what I said.
Anyway, no, like coffin. Okay, here he goes, said the funeral man, and they dropped the coffin into the hole, and it made a loud sound. Boom. No, wait, said a voice from the back, and would you guess it, it was Shadow, who was now here at the funeral, finally here after it was almost done. And then he said, I have to say something about my friend before you cover him with the dirt. Shadow walked up to the front, and Tails reached out and punched him right in the balls as he was walking by, and put Shadow out of business.
Out of business.
Shadow's balls out of business.
File for bankruptcy, balls.
Fucking amazing. This is totally something high schoolers would do. Like, the guy's trying to walk up at the funeral, and someone on the aisle just jacks him in the balls. He's walking by. Yeah. Don't be late. Why are you late? That is so mean to Sonic and everyone, said Tails screamingly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be late. Why are you late? I'm not going to do that because it'll blow the mic out.
Yeah.
Shadow was going
backwards.
backwards.
You didn't just do that. That totally didn't just happen.
Thanks. Shadow was going backwards in pain because his balls felt like 2 apples getting eaten by birds. By sexy pelicans.
Yeah.
Ow, I'm sorry. Listen, I have a reason. Just listen, said Shadow, back in pain to Tails. Everyone pretty much agreed with Tails on punching Shadow to show out of respect. This is accurate. If anyone is ever late to a funeral, make sure you punch them in the balls.
You have that right.
I believe it's in the 898th Amendment.
Yes.
Yep. But anyone who's not American, by the way, that doesn't apply to you.
Yeah.
Check your own country's legal systems to find out whether ball punching at funerals is appropriate or legal.
Yes.
Silver said he should listen to people before doing something, and the lunch lady said that sometimes you should just be nice instead of being mean, and people will learn the lesson anyway. So even though Tails is the smartest, sometimes he gets a little crazy, and other people can teach him things that he did not know, but he is still the smartest.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Tails lost his virginity to Cream, he's been a real dick.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do, man?
Shadow finished being in super ball pain. Oh, super ball pain. I'm assuming he's how to say that, not super ball pain.
No, it's super ball pain. He's in agony ever since he didn't win the lottery. Fucking got him.
I think that's called Powerball.
Not in Pennsylvania. There's also the Super Ball.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I think you're lying.
Okay, well, continue then.
And went to the secret area and said, "Listen, everyone, Sonic, who died, has always been my friend. I may be a dark guy, and I may disargue with Sonic sometimes, but he is always my friend, and
He's
I miss
drunk.
him so.
I don't
Yeah.
just argue with Sonic.
But he's always my friend. I miss him so much, even though it was only been a few days since he jumped off a big cliff and messed up his body to death.
Messed up his body to death.
I will kill you so hard you will die to death.
Yes.
But I have something I think everyone will all like." Shadow took out a bag that looked glowing from it. "I spent my whole life collecting the Ultra Chaos Emeralds, and these are them. What they do is grant you one wish when you use them." I thought he already wished for burgers. Or was that
No.
our head?
He only had one of them. He couldn't use all of them to get the
sure.
wish.
He collected all the Dragon Balls. Got it.
Yes.
What they do is grant you one wish when you use them, and then you have to go hide them before you die, and after 100 years, someone else can find them and use them.
Yes, they are the Dragon Balls.
Well, it is time that they are used once again. Shadow held the bag of them up in the air and said, "Ultra Chaos Emeralds! I call up the gods and use you, who bring the powers down, and give them to me to grant my wish. I wish," and he did a dramatic stop, and everyone looked shocked and amazed and surprised at what he was going to wish for. What would Shadow wish for? Is it going to be for a lot of money?
Yes.
That would be amazing.
I
If that
wish
was-
for $10 million. And then he just leaves. Kick me in the balls
Shadow-
all you want. I have $10 million.
Shadow raised his face up. "I wish to bring Sonic back to healthy life." The bag glowed really hard, and everyone was making a big deal and talking and going around. The funeral man and his people got up Sonic's coffin out of the hole and put it back in front of everyone. The funeral man used his tool to open the coffin, the crowbar, and there was Sonic. He talked to him, shook him, and checked him for a heartbeat, but no, fairy tales are not real, and Sonic was dead. Also,
Okay, so now I want you to guess. Despite how this chapter ended, do you think this story will end 3 chapters from now with Sonic still dead?
I can only hope.
Do you think it will happen?
Nah, I don't.
Chapter 23. What went wrong? Where do we start? What went wrong? Wow. I feel like such an idiot, said Shadow inside of him to himself. Miles, come here, buddy. Come on up here.
Oh, yeah, there he goes. There's Miles. Woof, 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 woof.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. All right. Wow, I feel like such an idiot, said Shadow inside of him to himself, not speaking out loud. I thought I could revive Sonic from being dead, but I could not. Shadow tried using the Ultra Chaos Emeralds to make Sonic become alive for another time, but he definitely did not. Shadow made a big deal out of it, and then everyone yelled at Shadow and threw their shoes at him for being an ass. Now Sonic is way down in the ground and dead, so he has to keep going and figure out the rest of high school. Shadow went home by walking, because taking Omega would have just made it too much longer to get to Sonic's funeral, so he went by walking.
Yeah, taking Omega would
Taking a car would take much longer than walking.
it would have gotten too sexy.
That's true. Shadow walked home, and now he was there safely. Did I say Sonic? Shadow walked home, and now he was there safely, without getting hit by any cars at all. Shadow went up into his house and then his bedroom, and it was all a black and red place, like a volcano inside.
He lives in
Mount Doom.
Mordor.
It looked dark and cool, but not scary like a haunted house, which is scary, and it has ghosts. Shadow grabbed his sack. And looked at his jewels. Oh, okay. And then he put them on the bed. Shadow looked at them. The Ultra Chaos Emeralds. Wow, they are so pretty and big. But why did they not work, said Shadow. Shadow looked at them more. Further.
Hang on. Real quick, I need to point out. He grabbed his sack and looked at his jewels, which indicates that the author does know the difference between a jewel and a Jew.
Yes, he does. Thank God.
Yep.
Shadow looked at them further, and then he screamed because something was shocking to him. He knew what was wrong with the crystals and what it was that one of them was missing. It was easy to see now that they were not in his bag because the one that was missing was the white one, which looks less colored than the rest of them because it is not powerful in color like red or yellow or green. Shit! Shit! Screamed screamed Shadow at his bed where the things were. Where is the last crystal? I cannot find it. It is not here. Where did it go? Shadow was screaming and going positively nuts about it all. Shadow felt like a mother kangaroo kangaroo who lost her baby after it left her front pocket and left it behind at the jungle where there were dangerous things that would eat it. Because the crystal was so cool looking and big that anyone would take it if they saw it, even though the laws said that if something is there, you have to bring it to the police so that they can take it and show it to everyone to see if it is theirs, and if it is, they can have it without being nervous due to losing it. So what you're saying is theft exists. Okay, thank you for that. Shadow was so pissed because this did not happen, even though he lost it. I have to find it, screamed Shadow, like a Oprah singer seeing like a Oprah singer seeing a ghost. I was like, what?
Yep. So just real quick, I also want to acknowledge the fact that Shadow, the renowned criminal, is okay with shooting people to death in the street in cold blood to take one of these Ultra Chaos Emeralds. But if someone were to find the lost crystal that he had, he would expect them to take it to the police.
Of course.
What fucking universe? Why am... You know what? Never mind. Why am I even asking?
I don't know.
I
keep interrupting to ask these questions? Like...
Yeah, I keep interrupting.
Yes, all the time. Like, literally every 5 seconds.
Sorry. I'll keep my mouth. Read through this completely straight-faced with no commentary.
I could. Why would I? But why, Joe? Why would I want to do that? It looked normal. No, wait. Shadow.
What?
Shadow quick went to Omega. I completely lost my Yep. Thank you. Shadow quick went to Omega, the name of Shadow's car, and got in it and touched him to make the map appear. Omega, set your trackers to find the last Ultra Chaos Emeralds because it is lost. Omega made all kinds of beeping and computer noises, sounding like a bag of technology. Joe, can you go get your bag of technology and shake it and see if it makes a beep beep boop sound?
Hang on a second.
Well, Joe's getting his very valuable bag of technology filled with lots of expensive devices that you probably shouldn't shake around. Alexander asked, does the baby retain his pre-transform into a baby life? Yes. Yes.
Okay, this is the closest I could find. So most of my technology isn't in bags. It's usually in drawers. But I do have a bag of batteries.
Okay.
That's what sound that makes.
Okay, got it. Beep, beep, boop. Here it is. Said Omega. For no reason, Omega said beep, beep, boop. Sitting in the driver's seat, and on Omega's map screen became a red dot that said the last Ultra Chaos Emerald was there. It was not in the cityscape like before. Now it was much closer. So Shadow drove so fast. Shadow finished.
I thought that walking was faster than driving. I guess he has to use the GPS, right, to find the crystal?
I think so, yeah. That's the only reason.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It must have taken him 5 hours by driving because it's so inconvenient. Shadow finished and got to the place where the red dot was beeping about. Wow, is it a house? Said Shadow. Does that mean someone stole the Ultra Chaos Emerald and put it in their house? Is that true? Go in and look! Shadow got out of his car and went to the side of the house. It was only a little dark outside because it was not late enough or at night to be the darkest possible. So Shadow went to the window and looked inside. It looked normal, not like a crazy place. Shadow climbed up the side of the house, like Spider-Man, and to a window that looked like it was where the dot was coming from. And Shadow opened the window and broke inside. Ow! Ah! Boss, said Shadow as he got in, hurting his foot a little. Ah! Screamed the person who was there in the room that Shadow broke into. Cream! Screamed Shadow at Cream, who was it.
You're it.
Shadow, what are you doing here? Should not you be making a big fool out of yourself at the circus? Like you were doing at Sonic's funeral? There was so much disrespect coming from you. Cream stomped her face and made a pissed face at him. No, Cream, you do not see, said Sonic, thinking but like an idiot. So he came out and saying, a bunch, sounding not correct. What do you want? If it is nothing, please leave my home before I call the police, said Cream to Shadow. I am here to seduce you, said Shadow, finally deciding upon a thing. So basically there was a pachinko machine in his head, and a whole bunch of shit fell down, and then it was like, seduce.
This is the only reason I could have just broken into your home.
Yes.
Hello there, pretty lady.
Shadow took out his big, black, cool penis. It was smoking at the end. Like he was just finishing getting ready for a big sex opportunity.
That's... men in chat who can relate.
What are we doing right now? He was supposed to find the emerald, and now all of a sudden it's smoking penis sex time. Oh my god, Shadow, said Cream, looking shocked. What? Shadow felt a little nervous, but did not let it show on his face or his torrid genitals. Yes, Cream.
I thought Shadow wanted to get in with Silver. What's going on here? Is he changing teams?
I think so. Yes, Cream. I want to pay for all your children to go to school. But first we have to make some children, and I'm going to do that right in your vagina, okay?
I want to financially support the children I'm going to have with you.
Yes. Cream looked a little hesitant at first, but then said, you know, I accept this.
Oh, God. Oh, well,
I know I am true boyfriend and girlfriend with Tails, but I feel bad for you when he kicked you at the funeral, and I want to make you feel better. So I am going to sire your children.
Wow.
All right, said Cream, putting on a wink with her eyes. Cream took of her clothes and then fell out, two boobs and a vagina. They collapsed to the floor. Oh wow, you really are a beautiful man. Wow, you look so sexy. What is happening?
Well,
said Shadow, pretending to think she is the hottest.
Well,
Shadow
it's been a while. It's been a while. We had a funeral. It's been a while since we've had a sex scene, so I think it's time again.
I don't agree! Wow, you look so sexy, said Shadow, pretending to think she is the hottest. Shadow took his penis and planted it right into her mouth. First, we will do this. Something about him saying, first, we will do this. It's just like so robotic.
Prepare yourself.
Shadow put his penis into Cream's mouth and put it in and out and tried to see how
penis insertion.
And tried to see how far he could stick it in. Shadow's penis was so big it looked pregnant. You should probably get that looked at. And it looked like an anaconda having lunch at Subway. I can only assume that means the anaconda went to Subway and ate a person who was there at Subway. Shadow, why he went to Subway specifically to do this, I don't know. But since the people were alive, you might say he was trying to eat fresh. Shadow got so far, he almost filled up... Shadow got so far, he almost filled up her lungs and she was coughing. Ellen? Who is Ellen? Ellen was holding on to her vagina for dear... What?
Oh, no.
Ellen?
Maybe the author...
Ellen.
Maybe the author wrote this as a sexy story between him and some girl named Ellen, but he forgot to replace all the instances of Ellen with Cream and of himself with Shadow.
You're probably right. Ellen was holding on to her vagina for dear life. Because it was so sexy. To her, it felt like she was trying to eat too many pixie sticks.
Very dusty.
Yeah, ugh. To Shadow, it was like he was trying to sharpen a pencil. These are like two of the least sexy things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, but an anaconda eating at Subway was sexy?
I didn't say that, did I?
God, you're such a weirdo.
These are far less sexy.
Why are you
Shadow's
such a
penis
pervert?
I don't like this. I don't like this narrative you're spinning. Shadow's penis was really big around, like an air-conditioned vent in just a building. Yep.
Yeah.
It was hard for Cream to get a word in edgewise. Why is she trying to talk? But when she did, it was when Shadow took his penis out for only a tiny moment in geologic time. I don't know what that means. And she screamed, "Shadow, I am drowning in the power of your penis. I am so in love." And then Shadow stuck his ridiculous penis back in her mouth. And she would be like a prisoner with handcuffs on her throat. "You embarrass me," said Shadow. Can we just skip this? Jesus Christ.
No.
This is so unnecessary. I'm so bored. "You embarrass me," said Shadow, smiling. Then Shadow took his penis out and picked Cream up. "Let me charge up for a super ejaculation." Shadow's penis was becoming Super Shadow's penis. Shadow laid Cream down on the ground and then took his penis with him.
I'm taking this.
I mean, he didn't leave it laying on the floor, which was already huge and shaking with sex energy, and found Cream's piggy bank, which was full of coins and dollars. It's literally a piggy bank.
Oh my God! I thought it was a euphemism.
Which was full of, no, I did too. Which was full of coins and dollars and things to save up for money so she could buy what she wanted when she had enough inside of it. Shadow took it, and using his muscular penis, where are you going with this? Smashed a hole right through the piggy bank, so now it was sitting on top of his penis like a hat. Shadow's penis looked like it belonged in a fashion show.
I gotta say, I really love the inflection of how you're reading.
I am so confused.
Partially confused, partially disgusted, partially aroused.
No! Huh? What are you doing? Said Cream, who was confused but sounded so happy from doing sex still that she was smiling and laughing. Shadow lifted her head up so she could see her big heavy piggy bank on his penis, but not wigging around because his penis was so strong.
Wigging?
"I am doing this for good, Cream. Sorry." Then Shadow swung his penis at her head on the side like a hammer and hit the piggy bank into her head and knocked her unconscious.
What?
Cream was now on the floor, not responding to life, and Shadow took the piggy bank off his penis and... Okay, never mind.
Let's just keep going.
"Okay, now it is time for what I really came for," said Shadow out loud.
Okay, just real quick. I know this is disgusting, but there's a couple of fucking funny bits in here. Ejaculation and 999 screaming ghosts rushed out of his penis like he was opening
Panera's box. Whatever you do, don't open that bread bowl. Jesus Christ.
Okay, well, we're skipping past the rape. That's a bit too far.
Shadow did not even bother putting his penis back where he found it.
He just left it on the floor.
Yeah. And instead went to work looking for the Ultra Chaos Emerald. He looked through all of her things and even behind pictures and posters. Cream had a lot of posters on her walls, things of things teenage women liked, such as the famous boy band One Sonic Direction, and two famous television shows like Gossip Sonic and Pretty Little Sonic and iSonic. Like I said at the beginning, when Sonic had his own Sonic Messenger, Sonic is a celebrity in his own world.
Yeah.
And iSonic and famous books like Sonic Twilights. And I'm so fucking done! Shadow looked through all of these things, and even in her lip gloss. Then he got to her jewelry cabinet and opened it. And
I'm sorry, teen girl blood diapers? I think
I missed that. That's fine. I don't need to. You see, Joe, I'm glad now that I had missed it. But fuck you, for you have ruined everything. And there he saw the big ring with the big jewel that Cream was wearing at Sonic's funeral, and it was actually the Ultra Chaos Emerald. Oh. Yes, I found it. "How did this get here?" shouted Shadow, picking up the ring and taking the Ultra Chaos Emerald out of the ring and into his hand.
How did this big jewel get here?
Then Whoa.
I've been in this post for a while. Thank you for letting me out.
Oh no. Then when Shadow was standing there with Cream unconscious on the floor and filled with nudity, and his fat penis hanging down from his body like a dog going down the stairs, and a big shiny crystal in his hand, Tails flew into the window, and thusly the room. Tails heartily even looked at the situation and said, "It is okay. I know exactly what is going on." Well, thank God for that.
Will.
Joe.
Will.
Joe.
I find it unacceptable that
Will.
you skipped part of this. I think you need to go back and reread the whole chapter.
Oh. And his fat penis hanging down from his body like a dog going down the stairs. I don't know how I missed that. My mind just ignored it completely. Like a dog going down the stairs. He was standing there, but his penis was like a dog going down the stairs. Does that mean it's like flipping and flopping all around?
You're the one that owns a corgi, so you know exactly what a dog going down the stairs looks like.
That's true. It looks fucking hilarious.
His little like hops as he goes down the stairs.
Yes.
Like he bolts up the stairs faster than lightning.
And then he slowly hops down the stairs.
Sort of like bouncing stair to stair.
That's the funniest, cutest thing ever.
All right. Chapter 24, Tails' Song. Everything you know is wrong.
I'm so... Joe, we have 2 chapters left. We're almost there.
And everything you thought was just so important doesn't matter. Everything.
Well, guess what, Joe? You can continue your singing because I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, come on. All right, go. Enjoy.
Hang on, let me fix this scene. Okay.
Oh.
There we go. Sonic breakdancing, everybody. He's back from the dead. Or he will be shortly. But here you go.
In the meantime, I'll catch up with chat that is filled with people going, "Oh no," and "What?" and "What?" Nani? Cup check. Oh man. Mr. Anderson, Will does not know who Ellen is. Ellen DeGeneres. That must be it. Joe's cray cray. Hey, no, I'm not. You shut it. I ain't cray cray. Also, my name's JT. What's this Joe garbage? Psh, psh, psh. Calling me by my given name. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, man. So, let's see. What's a question for chat? People want to contribute a bit. So, why? I think that's the question. That's for everyone to have a chance to contribute a bit. The question is, why? Best answer in chat will win nothing. Except the validation of having given the best answer to the question, why?
Did you read Mandelbrot's chat?
You know, I'm really sad Dark Doom wrote Shadow doing that because I want to show this to my friends. So, yeah, Mandel, I would say, I mean, this is not the first instance. Well, is this the first flat-out rape that's been in this fucking thing?
No.
Yeah.
Shadow raped his car.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could show this to your friends with the caveat that it is horrific. And don't pay too much attention to the disgusting depravity. Just enjoy the funny parts and blow past the growth.
Yeah. All right. Chapter 24, Joe. We can do this. I believe in us.
We can do this. Ooh, it looks like there's a poem in this. Nice. Tails was sitting in the back of the car, where Amy was sitting in the front seat, where you do not drive it, the passenger seat. And Sonic's mom was sitting in the front seat on the left, where you do drive it. Oh.
Right, okay. I forgot how cars work for a minute there, so thank God he's here to help us.
The car was a SUV.
It was a SUV. The car was a SUV.
Oh, pardon me. Boy.
Thank you for that, Joe.
They were all dressed in nice clothes because they were driving back to Sonic's house from Sonic's funeral. Tails looked like a secret agent because he was wearing a suit.
Is
but
this
he
like a
must
flashback now to like what Tails was doing while Shadow was like raping his girlfriend and shit?
I guess so.
Oh, okay.
He must have been the saddest secret agent ever. Secret agent, man.
Secret man.
I am so sad, said Amy in a crying way. Because when you're sad, you loudly announce that you are so sad, sounding like the complete collection of teen idiot quotes because she did not have teeth. She was only talking
This
now
guy
that
is
there
such
were
a scumbag.
people
Look at
not in
the idiot with the bruised face who got nearly beaten to death. What a fucking idiot!
Look at
What
the
an asshole!
Look at the battered woman and laugh.
She's so dumb.
I know you are, and so am I. Tails, are you sad? Said Sonic's mom to Tails. Yes, I am. No! I'm not sad. Honestly, I'm kind of relieved.
Really?
Bitch.
I was, but I'm so sick of you talking about it that I'm kind of reconsidering it.
This is what happens after funerals. People sit around and they say, I'm sad. Are you sad? Yeah, I'm sad. Are you sad?
Yeah, I'm
Yes, I
really
am.
sad. Good.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am sad, said Tails to Sonic's mom in an answer to her question. It is really difficult and sad when somebody dies, especially now that it is Sonic, said Sonic's mom, not crying, but sounding really sad. She cried a lot at the funeral, but now she was being more normal and not making a big scene like a hot dog man selling hot dogs at a baseball game.
Is that what his mom was doing at the funeral? She was selling hot dogs?
Funerals! Get your funerals here!
No, she was literally selling hot dogs at the funeral.
Sadness. Hot dogs. Fill your stomach and cry your eyes out. Hot dogs. $2.50.
Oh, come on, it's a funeral. They were at least $7.
Well, no, it was a special hot dog day where it's only $2.50 a
It's a
piece.
special hot dog day at the funeral?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Fair enough.
I know. It's like I just said Amy, trying not to cry about how Sonic is dead and she is sad. I just want everything to go away. Amy started to cry again because she is just so emotionally weak, like a goddamn child.
This guy
What the
hates
fuck?
his own characters that he has written. Why does he
author.
hate Amy so much?
I understand that you are sad, Amy, but I have to tell you two something. Please do not kill yourself, okay?
Oh my god.
I'm very sad.
Sonic's
and-
mom is the most awkward parent in history.
It's a good thing that she said it in a sad and meaning it way, rather than a not giving a shit way.
Yes.
Don't kill yourselves, whatever.
Like, I mean, unless you really want to. Shut up, Sonic's mom!
Oh my god. Being a teen is the hardest thing in the world. It is harder than being in a war or in jail. Fuck off.
What? She's
I know
absolutely
it.
right.
I know it, but do not kill yourself because it will get cooler when you are done being a teen. Tails looked down at the ground of the car and did not know what to say, but he said, okay.
I don't know what to say either. That's why I'm not saying anything.
He said it in a sad and quiet way. What was real was that Tails really did want to kill himself now that Sonic is dead.
Wow!
What was the point of living if you were not going to do it with your best friend, parentheses, Sonic?
Yeah, if you're not gonna do it with your best friend, I mean, why? Why keep going on?
Hey, Will.
No.
Oh, well, I guess I have to
I guess
kill
that's
myself.
that.
Will rejected my advances. Guess it's time. Got this.
Oh my god. Alright.
Then they got to Sonic's house and they went inside. And just after they took off their fancy clothes, then Rouge and Espio came over with Knuckles and Knuckles Jr., who were there. Rouge
They sure were there.
Rouge looked very burlesque in her tiny baby dress, with her unlimited boobs nearly jumping out of the clothing.
Unlimited boobs.
Miles is so excited about unlimited boobs.
Please stop.
Can we
Let
get
me
some
go.
F's?
Okay, so F's in chat for Miles Dog. No one is at the door, but he thinks someone's at the door. So I need to go check, otherwise he'll never stop. So give me a second.
All right. While Will's taking care of his dog, I'm gonna read some answers. Aldo Vera says because. That makes sense. Mandelbrot, why? Because it's really funny and there's nothing else like it. Yeah, that's true. It is quite unique.
All right, I'm back.
Ben Callahan says there's not enough meth to answer that. I asked while you were in the bathroom, I asked for people to say why. And these are the responses we got. Kit Kat mismatch. The writer is trying to hold a mirror up to society and show us the absurdity of existence. Well,
fuck you too.
Yeah. Well, yes, but actually, no.
All right, we're back. Let's finish this.
Why? Because Will bought the wrong vape juice, got him high, and the leprechaun told him to write this. So, that's the answer.
It is. We've finally riddled it out.
Thank you, everyone, for your answers. The winner is nobody, because we're all suffering through this.
Because we're all still here, just
we're
to
all,
suffer.
Well, we're all in this together, okay? We're all going to get through this quarantine together.
Yeah. We're being quarantined in this stream. All right, let's go for it.
Then they got to Sonic's house, and they went inside. And just after they took off their fancy clothes, then Rouge and Espio came over. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that already. Unlimited boobs nearly jumping out of her clothing, and Espio looked
sorry, you missed that they came over with Knuckles and Kunkles Jr.
Oh, Knuckles and Kunkles. My favorite Sonic character.
Yeah, Kunkles. Kunkles the Cuckle.
Nobody cucks the ducks. All right,
Yeah.
Unlimited boobs nearly jumping out of her clothing, and Espio looked like a professional movie star on the red carpet because he was wearing a suit. Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. looked like shrunken presidents because they were also wearing
shrunken presidents. They're just like little fucking action figures, like they're Matryoshka dolls of presidents.
Babies wearing suits is pretty goddamn adorable. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
Hello, they all
massive,
said.
Massive waste of money, but very cute.
Hello, they all said togetherly.
Togetherly.
In a musical.
They all said at the same time. Yep.
Hello. Well, hi, said Tails to them. We have to go talk to Sonic's mom to try to cheer her up and to be nice, said Rouge and Espio, and they gave Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. to Tails, who took them into a different room.
And killed them.
I am so sad about Sonic, said Knuckles Jr. This is really all the worst thing that could have happened. Yes, this is the saddest, said Knuckles. Sonic did not deserve to die.
I disagree. Objection. Objection.
Sustained. They were all agreeing so much about it. After a while of not talking, Knuckles said, Hey Tails, the end of school is tomorrow, and I have my last ending test that decides if I move on to the next grade, or if I lose. You lose high school and have to go back to start of high school.
Game over. No checkpoints. When was your last save? Aw, shit!
No, this is a classic Genesis game. You lose, you're fucking back at the whole beginning of the game.
He doesn't have, and he's out of continues.
You know what's going to happen? If he fails, we have to start over on chapter 1 and reread the whole fan fiction. And hope we get a better ending.
You know, Joe,
the choices we've made along the way have impacted the ending that we're going to get.
This friendship, I think, has been pretty great for both.
Are we racing towards bad end or good end?
I don't care. We're racing towards an end, which is the best I can realistically hope for.
Tails looked at Knuckles in a deep way and said, Wow, that is a lot of pressure. What do you have to do? Tails was trying to be nice and helping to Knuckles because he was a baby now, but most of the time when people complained about school to Tails, Tails just thought, not saying, Are you the king or queen of idiots? Because Tails was the smartest and school was all just so easy to him, even the hardest classes that they made for geniuses.
So why is Tails just an asshole now? Sonic's gone, so now we have to assholeify Tails. Because there's not an enormous asshole in the story.
Because he got laid. We've been over
Oh, right.
this. What I have to do is write a news story about an event thing happening around town.
How? He
It
can't
has-
hold a pencil, remember? Fuck it.
It has to be real, said Knuckles. Knuckles looked like a worrying boy and made a sound that showed he is worried. Knuckles was a baby. There is everything that I can lose to this, he said in a way. In
He
what
said
way?
somehow.
A way?
He had a tone. There was a tone in his voice. There was inflection.
I will look for a story for you to do your news story on, and hopefully you will pass and not have to go all
What do
the
you
way
mean you'll
back.
look for a story? He's writing a story about their story. What? What do you mean to look for a story? What the fuck?
No, he said he doesn't know what to write about. He said he has to
Oh.
write a news story about an event thing happening around town.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tails says, and hopefully you will pass and not have to go all the way back to the beginning of high school, costing you thousands of dollars in lost fees.
What?
Huh. Apparently Sonic High School is a private high school,
Okay.
said Tails to Knuckles, seriously.
Well, it's owned by Sonic. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
Sonic High School.
Yep.
Duh.
Those royalties, they add up.
Yeah.
Then Tails asked to both of them, hey, can you please both give me all of your baby teeth?
Well,
So,
that. Well,
I
he.
can... Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. took out their baby teeth and gave them to Tails. Using his technology and tools and good old-fashioned elbow lubricant, Tails glued
Elbow?
all
Does
of-
he mean elbow grease? Elbow lubricant.
elbow lube.
He rubbed fucking KY on his elbow for no reason.
Tails glued all of the teeth together to make enough teeth for one normal person mouth, and he went downstairs. Here, Amy, this is for you, said Tails, looking at Amy, who looked like a total dumpster ever since Sonic punched all of her teeth out before he killed himself. This is horrifying.
I don't know what's
can-
happening or
You can
why.
use these teeth and they will feel just like you never lost your teeth. That's not accurate.
No.
She's gonna have multiple rows of teeth like a
She's
shark.
gonna have like she has like 60 teeth in her mouth.
Except they're all baby teeth. Ah! Grab them out from Tails' hand and put them back into her mouth, and they fit so perfectly like a Pop-Tart in most toasters.
A Pop-Tart does not fit snugly into a toaster. I don't know if you put a Pop-Tart in a toaster
Okay,
before, but
you
that's
haven't
not
been
what
around the right
happens.
toasters because he said most toasters. Not all, just most.
Mosters?
The mosters with the toasters.
Yeah. He
Wow,
toasts with the most.
Wow, Tails, this feels great. How on earth did you manage to get teeth for me, said Amy, now sounding like she was no longer a teen loser. Amy hugged
What
Tails.
the fuck?
No need to worry, you can just thank the modern efforts of science. Cheered and danced a little.
He took teeth from babies. That's modern science for ya.
And Amy thanked pharmaceutical companies. And then Tails went back over to where Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. were. Then Tails went to Knuckles Jr., who was also there, and started to do a conversion with him. Oh, are you ready
Hey
to
Knuckles
upgrade
Jr.
Windows
How
XP?
are you now that you have Jesus Christ, your Savior, in your heart?
Oh no, I was thinking they were
He
like
injected
switching
him with a
this-
giant syringe along with a bunch of adrenaline.
I was thinking they're switching this from a Windows operating system to Ubuntu or something. Full
No,
conversion.
Linux.
Oh, it's a Linux system. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil
Conversion.
his poem because oh my god.
Hey, Knuckles Jr., how are you? Said Tails to Knuckles Jr. Good, said Knuckles Jr., but sad of Carouse. I did not see this coming at all. Knuckles Jr. hugged his legs to his body like an imaginary tree that could bring its roots up and use them as legs.
Yup.
Tree? I am no tree. What do they call you? Tree beard. Oh.
Tree beard. Get it right.
I'm not a tree, I'm an ant. God damn it. Yeah, what is your deal? Are you really psychic because you are just a baby? Said Tails in a curious way. Yes, because babies are psychic.
Mm-hmm.
I find I seem to be able to see the future sometimes, but I cannot always control it. As you said, I am just a baby, but when I get older, I can probably use my powers to win the lottery and become the CEO of Progressive Car Insurance, said Knuckles Jr. Knuckles Jr. was saying this to Tails.
Thank God we've wrapped that up by clarifying the situation. He did not turn his back and have a conversation with himself.
You have to have dreams, okay? Even as a baby.
The CEO
know
of Progressive Car
that
Insurance.
shooting for the stars is being the CEO of Progressive Car
No,
Insurance.
shooting for the stars is for idiots. Aim low.
Dude, a CEO is not low. That's fucking
I guess, yeah.
high. I mean,
Why
Progressive Car
Progressive Car Insurance?
Insurance.
Why? Okay.
Okay, said Tails. Tails also thought
Tails said, okay.
Okay, said
Not buying this bullshit for 1 second.
Tails also thought inside his hugest brain that now he did not want to kill himself anymore. He was still sad, but talking to babies made him realize that there's a lot more to come in life. And good things. Remember, kids, if you're ever feeling depressed or feeling like you want to end it all, talk to babies.
Those kids say the darndest
It
things.
will fix everything. And if Sonic is dead, it is not the end of the world, but only the end of Sonic, which is sad. Tails went downstairs into Sonic's garage by himself and found Sonic's electrical guitar and had it. His electrical guitar. Sonic used to play songs.
It's made of like motors and carburetors and
He reaches over for the guitar. And
instead of strings, it has copper tubes.
Yep.
You know.
Sonic used to play songs on this, and Tails to the ears of the world, thinking about when Sonic played cool rock and roll songs. Rock and roll.
Well, they're basically egg rolls because he likes trying to use food so much, but they've got rocks embedded into them.
They're really hard.
They're rock and roll songs.
Really tough.
Mm-hmm.
Tails put the guitar onto his body and held it and thought for a minute and then began to play a song. He played a sad song that was not mad or happy sounding, but it was not a slow song. It was a medium song that did not go too fast so you would dance or too slow so you would fall to sleep. Then Tails closed his
songs
eyes.
that are too slow, you tend to fall asleep while listening to song.
Tails closed his eyes and just knew the words that he wanted to sing as he felt them, and he sang them out loud while playing the song that he just made up, and the words to the song he just made up went.
You'll never guess that he just made this song up.
Well, I guess, since I'm the musician one of us, it's probably good that this fell to me. Should I try to make up a song as I go?
No, just read it.
Being a teen is just so hard.
You have to learn.
You have to learn how to drive a car. And if you hit anything, it is you to jail they will bring. You also have to go to school. It is definitely not for fools. And everything is even harder because my best friend died. Oh, wow, my best friend died. I just want to hide.
Oh, wow, my best friend died.
High school drama is just so hard to be a part of. It has crazy things like friendship and love. It is the worst. It makes me want to burst. You have to get a date or everyone will laugh. And in a lake they would push you off.
Oh my God.
Girls wear makeup and guys get tattoos. And there are so many possible drugs to you to do. There are also bullies around and sports with balls that are...
This is the worst shit of all time. Oh my God. Or the best shit of all time.
My best friend died. Oh, while my best friend died, I just want to hide. High school drama is so hard to be a part of. It has crazy things like friendship and love. It is the worst. It makes me want to burst. I'm doing finger and God. But God is not real and the world is out.
What is happening? What is going on?
I'm crying so much that my tears could make a cave. When you cannot be scared, you just must be brave. I am tired of teens going on diets. Mad and starting riots. The fuck is this? A Blink?
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
And everything is harder because my best friend died. Oh, while my best friend died, I just wanna hide. High school drama is so. Oh, it's just the same shit again. It makes me want to burst. Okay, I just want to hide. High school drama is before these things makes me want to burst. Okay, yeah. Well, you guys got the gist of it. I'm not gonna sing the entire fucking thing. I got.
You sell out.
Hey, fuck you. I just throwing my guitar down and walking off the stage.
Yeah.
Tails' singing sounded like a beautiful butterfly telling its life story to a little boy who fell asleep on a bench in the park without losing his money to a
No, man, these analogies are just they're so like full of life and vivid imagery.
It was almost a half-decent analogy.
Nope.
But you had to shit the bed.
Without losing his money to a common thief.
Tails finished singing his song, and he saw all of the tears that were now at the bottom of his feet, on the ground in a pool so big that he could invite a cruise ship to do its first cruise in the pool. But then,
so he drowned. He's dead. Okay.
But then all of a sudden, Tails turned and saw Knuckles Jr. at the door of the garage. That was really sad to hear. Knuckles
You're such a pussy.
Yeah, that was depressing.
That was so bad. Like I can't even begin.
And not in a Knuckles kind of bad.
No, that was terrible, and you should be ashamed.
But it is a healthy way to get rid of your emotions instead of killing yourself. Then Knuckles Jr. walked forward into the room and tripped in a way that the door behind him closed and was now locked, and they were in the room, so they were locked in there.
How is that even physically possible?
You know. Noops, said Knuckle Jr. like an idiot baby. Oh no, screamed Tails out loud. If only we had a lockpick, said Knuckles Jr. then. Then all of a sudden, everything came to Tails and he realized what just happened over the past events. That is it! That is it! Using this information and my big intelligence, I know what is happening, shouted Tails. Tails got so excited that he spun his flying tail so hard that he went right through the locked door, so it was open now, and went to Sonic's house and went directly to Cream's house. Oh, I'm sorry, went out of Sonic's house and then went directly to Cream's house without even celebrating at an ice cream place first.
Is that a thing you would commonly do?
Well,
oh
absolutely.
My God. Here we are.
This is it. You know, and to celebrate this occasion, I have to take a piss.
And to celebrate this occasion, we're ending the stream. Thank you guys all for
Alright, I will be back in just a moment.
Alright. Alright, I guess I'll take a look at some chats while Joe's gone. Alright. Play Friday. No! Sephiroth is adding it. JT is a beautiful butterfly. Well, Shogun President's plays this year at Summerfest. Oh no, wait. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I tell you. Yeah, Kit Kat, I want Sonic casinos. I want them to try to reason their way out of that. Oh, we're a 21 and older family-friendly casino. That would be great. It'd be absolutely perfect. I can't believe we're almost there. I can't believe this is still all science. You are absolutely correct. There is nothing that has happened in the entirety of this story that was not scientifically accurate. And if you tell me there it is, you're banned. That's right. Instant ban. I think that's only reasonable. So Mandelbrot, you said this is also made by Dark Doom. I don't know what that means, because this is the only story we've ever read by Dark Doom Firemaster. If he's written other infamously bad trash or maybe confirmed troll fics, I haven't come across them. We've never looked into this author specifically. And we didn't even hear about the reputation of Sonic High School. We were looking for Sonic fan fictions to read because we hadn't read one, and I found this one and saw it was 25 chapters, and so I thought, ooh, this could be a big long one that we extend out across several years, or not several years, but several panels. I had no idea it was going to take this long, but I figured it's a lot of chapters. We've started a lot of fan fictions that had a lot of chapters and eventually given up on them. It's just so happened that this one has been so insane that we've actually gone all the way through it. Sonic World War II Dragon?
Ever heard? Check it out.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe on a later.
We're almost done.
When we're done with this, I'll look it up and see how long it is. If it's 25 chapters, fuck. All right.
Mandelbrot.
All right. Chapter 25, which is titled Summer.
Oh.
Shut up.
Well, all good things must come to an end.
And Sonic High School must also come to an end. Now I am here in Cream's room, and here you are, Shadow, said Tails to Shadow, who are both standing there. Do not be alarmed. What?
Is he Jesus? Did he just come back?
Yes.
Do not be frightened.
Yes. What? I do not know what to say, said Shadow to Tails with a big worried face, like a coconut with 3 holes, like a bowling ball.
Oh.
I don't know where that was going. He lost the plot mid-sentence. No, it is okay. You are doing exactly what I knew you would be doing, and I understand why, said Tails in a cool and not angry way to Shadow.
Raping my girlfriend.
I understand. You are here to get what Cream has, and that is the last Ultra Chaos Emerald, which is what is in your hand. Tails being smart was right. But did you have to do that to her? Well, never mind, I understand. Shadow was holding the last Ultra Chaos Emeralds, and it was in Cream's room, in a ring. Oh! Shouted Shadow. Usually I'm the one with the brain behind doing a crime, but please explain to me how you know all this. Well, said Tails loudly like a rock star. It all started when Amy and Rouge got locked away in the detention zone.
Pushing his glass up onto his nose.
Yeah.
Let me explain.
Yeah. Tails then sat on the windowsill and explained the whole thing about that was how Amy's bracelet ended up in Cream's vagina, and why Cream has the last Chaos Emerald, and why Sonic did not come back to life. Amy and Rouge were in detention.
Detention.
And Cream wanted to help Detention Zone, Act 1. And Cream wanted to help them before they turned into starving women whose reproduction systems died because they did not have enough nutrition to create a child ever again. This is all science. So Cream decided to be a good friend, like I have always been to Sonic. And she went and broke into your room to steal a lockpick. She knew you would have a lockpick because you were always saying about how you do crimes in the city envious. Environs. So Cream went... That's actually a word, so that's weird. So Cream went...
because if you're a criminal, just by default, you have all criminal implements on you at all times.
True facts.
If you are a criminal, you own no less than a gun, a knife, a crowbar, a lockpick, and a candlestick with which you can bludgeon Colonel Mustard to death in the kitchen.
Truer words have never been spoken. So Cream decided to be a good friend, like I have always been to Sonic, and she went and broke into your room to steal a lockpick.
Yeah, you read that already? Oh, he just basically says the same sentence a second time.
Yes!
And Byron. So Cream went and broke into your room.
Yes!
Oh!
Fuck you!
It's the exact same sentence!
But when she was... Joe, why don't you try paying attention? But when she was there, she also saw the Ultra Chaos Emeralds and took the white one because it looked like riches. Wow, she is a stealing bitch, screamed Shadow to Tails' listening body. What is wrong with this succubus? Wow, all women can just eat a dick. Maybe Sonic was onto something. What? Never mind. What is wrong with this succubus? Shadow stomped his feet and bothered to put his penis back, now that it was small from listening to Tails talk, and not have pretend crime rescue sex with what?
Pretend
With Cream.
crime rescue
Just don't dwell. I don't know. We will never know. Just wait and listen up, fag nips. This is so unprovoked.
Fuck.
So
Sonic,
wildly
that's right,
undeserved.
Tails, King Dick.
I told you, dude. Not only were you right when you said he got laid, but somebody has to fill Sonic's shoes of being a total unnecessary asshole. Then what happened was Cream, as a Hall's monitor, was able to go into the detention room because she had the power as an inside agent. She had put the lockpick way up in her vagina as a hiding spot. Because who is going to look there, even if a burglar comes to take her carried goods? I can't argue with that logic. She went over to Amy in a sneaking way and moving her mouth without saying the words, by not making sound, but still making it look like she was talking, and not saying them in her head either, because she was still doing it with... Told Amy to reach up into her vagina.
Sure.
Cream's vagina was so small and junior at the time because she was not in love. So when Amy stuck her hand up into Cream's vagina, her bracelet got stuck in there, and it stayed up there, and she could not even get the lockpick anyway because Cream's vagina was basically like a pencil case full of peanut butter. You know how it be.
I don't know where you keep your peanut butter.
In a pencil case, apparently.
Mine's always
buys a jar of peanut butter, dumps it into the pencil case, and throws the rest away.
Can you imagine being in high school and having a fucking pencil case just full of peanut butter?
No, I can't imagine that, because that's insane.
That's fantastic.
Oh
if I could go back and do it all again,
I would have a pencil case full of peanut butter.
I would be the kid in high school that has a pencil case full of peanut butter.
Jesus Christ. It was too hard and small to get up there, but it was good at holding things, like Spider-Man.
Even
Spider-Man was up in there too? Jesus Christ.
Even he got confused by his own simile. Like Spider.
So Amy's bracelet was it. He wrote that, the author wrote that, and then forgot to go back later and fix it. He didn't know what better to put there, so he put a question mark and then never fixed it. So Amy's bracelet was in there, and Cream had to leave before she became the biggest suspect ever. And Amy did not notice her bracelet was gone because she was so hungry and needing soda. And she...
Sustenance.
Yeah, right. I'm so hungry. God, where's the soda? She put a new one on when she got home anyway, so it was like she did not notice. She put a new one on.
That's actually... What?
Where did the other one go? Ah, fuck it. I'm hungry and I need my soda.
That's actually so. That's actually what the Peace Corps does when they go to like starving countries. They bring soda.
Yeah, that's true.
That cures all.
Yes, it does. You don't even need food because soda exists. I don't know why people waste their money on food when they can buy soda infinitely cheaper.
Yeah.
Wow, it makes so much sense, and it is so obvious. Shadow Tails with a big eye face.
You did miss one sentence.
Huh?
You missed one sentence. And then when Sonic died, Cream was wearing
was wearing the last Ultra Chaos Emerald, so it did not work because the jewels have to be touching for a man to get off a wish.
I'm trying to get off this wish. I can't finish.
And it is so obvious, said Shadow to Tails with the big eye face. All his facial features merged into a singular eye. I can't believe I did not think of that first. Maybe I am so dark that it is hard to see sometimes. Shadow laughed, and black birds flew above outside, like planes running up high with invisible legs.
What?
I don't know.
Will, explain.
No. Yeah, but now we have to use them. We have to bring Sonic back to life. Tails creamed at Shadow. He grabbed Cream and threw her at Shadow.
Oh my! No, he just jizzed.
No, he grabbed Cream and threw her at Shadow.
Oh.
But first we should get Amy, because she is Sonic's girlfriend. And yeah, I'm sure she needs to be there. She can't wait for Sonic to come back to life. If there was a single person who needs to see Sonic... This guy forgot his own story. She should be there if we were going to bring him back from hell. You are right. Sonic definitely went to hell.
Absolutely.
Shouted Shadow in an idea way. Okay. Tails and Shadow held hands and ran out the window. Boo! They're both dead. And then Tails flew them all with his flying tails to Sonic's house where everyone was. Tails and Shadow got there and slammed the door open like a football team, making a slammer's noise.
Slammer!
Then they went and found Sonic's mom, who said Amy was in the other room. And Tails and Shadow went to the other room and opened that door too. This riveting, moment-by-moment commentary is almost too much for me to handle. Amy was inside the room, watching Rouge refill Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. Using her whopping boobs. She's refilling them.
Rouge is feeding the babies, and Amy's just sitting there watching. Like a fucking weirdo.
She's taking notes and shit like, I will never be able to do this.
Oh, that's how you breastfeed. Oh, okay.
Rouge was wearing a itty-bitty tiny baby bra that was so small, like she got it from Gymboree, and her boobs were so super big, like a couple of planets, that were pretty much breaking the bra parts because they were so big. It is a rumor about the town, that you can see Rouge's boobs from space. Rouge, your boobies are out again. What are you doing? Said Tails.
Nice.
And then Rouge and Amy looked at him. Tails! I am feeding Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. from my boobs. It is natural and healthy to do this, said Rouge. Rouge's boobs were so big that it was like Tails and Shadow could not almost fit into the room with her. They were all watching the video of Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. the baby, kissing that Sonic had made of them to it.
What? Sonic didn't just watch them, he fucking filmed them.
You don't remember this? He made a video so that he could watch it later for reference.
Oh, no!
You don't remember this?
That's illegal. Wait, that's illegal.
They were all oh my god. That Sonic made of them to inspire his kissing powers because watching it made Rouge make more boob food. And I am watching so I know how to do it one day, said Amy, I called it. Who still looked a little sad because Sonic died, but smiling. She's psycho. Cool, said Tails. Can I try? Tails and Shadow went over to Rouge's boobs, but by the time they got there, this happened. Oh no, they are empty, sorry, said Rouge to Tails and Shadow. It is supposed to be for babies most of the time anyway, or if you are in love.
Sorry, I'm empty.
Yep. Aw, man, yelled Shadow to the clouds. Next time, said Tails, winking at Rouge and her illegally sized boobs.
Okay.
I have to arrest those boobs and to take them away to prison.
They come in, they're like, we just found out a way to resurrect Sonic, but first...
Can we suck on your boobs?
We need to suck them titties.
This is...
Okay, well...
When is this opportunity going to come around again? And Sonic's going to be there in 5 more minutes. Anyway, we are going to bring Sonic back to life. Come on! What? No, not again, you beguilers! Amy screamed almost punched one of them in the face for doing another disrespect to Sonic's dead version.
Somebody found the
Sonic 2 dead version, and it's just a flat Sonic sprite that slides along the ground as you play. Oh god. Listen, woman of the night, said Shadow in a disrespecting way. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
We are for real this time. Something was messed up, and it was all Cream's fault. Or maybe even yours if you go back far enough in the way everything happened in the world. So shut the fuck up, bitch. Let's go. I don't know, said Rouge. You were a idiot ass last time at the funerella.
Funerella.
No, listen to them, said Knuckles Jr. to Rouge, who was cool, not a nerd. Go. God, that baby is a genius, said Shadow, knowing that he was right and that they should go with them. Tails was the smartest. Okay. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, said Amy, and they all put their things into bags and left. Knuckles, who was now a baby. Yes, we fucking know! End this shit! Made sure to put his camera with him close. Then they told everyone else in the house who was there from the funeral, which was all of the important people that you know. What? Huh? Then they ran faster than a boulder. Well, boulders don't... Okay, whatever. To high school, where Sonic's funeral was, and where he was put in the ground, but now covered up yet, because they did not covered up yet, because they did not get to start. Be accuse, the funeral was only a few hours ago, and they did not have to do it right away, because it was the safest neighborhood. Not like the city, where Sonic's body would get stolen and sold for drugs and motorcycles.
Awesome.
Sonic, well, we know that Sonic is a magnate, so
Yeah.
his body is worth all of the drugs and all of the motorcycles. Not one or the other, all.
How many motorcycles could I get for this body? 4? Do you know who this is? This is the body of the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, 12.
12 motorcycles, the highest I can go.
Yep. Everyone ran just so fast to the funeral spot at the high school, and when they got there was Sonic's coughing in the hole. Here we are at the funeral spot now, said Tails, to everyone, of course. We gotta get it out. But how? Screamed Amy and started to cry like a girl tea kettle. God damn it, Amy, said Tails. Oh, in a mad, serious voice. Stop acting like a children. Tails thought Amy was being the Kraken of drama. What?
Oh, the Kraken of drama.
Oh, my. Just because Sonic was dead. What we need to do is figure out, using brains, how to get Sonic out of this hole. Tails rubbed his chin with his smart hands.
What could we possibly do to dig up this body?
No, there's no dirt in the hole, so it's just the coffin down at the bottom of a 6-foot hole.
They never buried it?
No, they didn't have the chance to start yet.
Ah.
And tried to get his genius brain running like the engine of 10 red cars. That is a bad brain. That's not even Knuckles' brain. Knuckles' engine could run 2 cars at once, but not 10.
No.
Jesus. Excuse me, let me through, please, said a big, retarded voice.
Oh, you gotta read that again.
Excuse me, let me through, please, said a big, retarded voice from the back of the group of people standing around Sonic's hole. Oh, the lunch lady, shouted Tails in a happy way. Oh, Tails, said the lunch lady, who was also at Sonic's funeral. I'm just doing the impression that I remember from last time that we're supposed to do to recreate it accurately.
How dare you?
The lunch lady was very big and tall and went in Sonic's hole and tossed the coughing right out onto the ground next to it. There you go. There you go, said the lunch lady with a face full of smiles. She was deaf too. Yes, thank you. So done.
You know,
cool,
I feel like the reason that it was written this way is so that you could have started this story from any chapter and still been able to understand what's going on.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, it's like a good television show, you know, with like serialized episodes.
Yeah.
You should be able to start at any point and kind of get a good understanding.
You could start with this chapter and you're fine.
Yeah. Absolutely. What the fuck were we thinking?
I don't know.
Why did we start at chapter 1? Ugh.
Cool, said Tails. Thanks. Shadow, where are you? Tails was blind all of a sudden. Shadow came in from the backer area where it was... Oh, he had to stand in the dark under a tree for no reason. Got it. Yes, where it was dark under the tree because Shadow was the darkest person everyone knew. Jesus Christ.
Oh, so edgy.
Here I am, Tails, and here are my jewels. He pulled out his penis, I guess, said Shadow as he grabbed his sack. Ready? Here grows nothing, yelled Tails like a gay little boy. Don't you just hate when people say that?
Here goes nothing?
Don't quite get it. Shadow grabbed his jewels. Why? And made sure all 7 of them were there, and they were there. Thank you. I was tense for a minute. He was so nervous because if this did not work, they would surely put him under a citizen's arrest for being a public ass. If he did not do this right, he would die, and Tails would too now because he was doing it with him, and they would throw rocks at them. So if this doesn't work, they're going to stone them to death. They're going to put them under citizen's arrest and stone them for being public asses.
Yep, public execution.
All right then. Using these Ultra Chaos Emeralds, said Shadow, I wish out the gods to grant my wish that you can bring Sonic back up to normal, healthy life here. The bag glowed a whole lot and made screamy noises. Oh no, like the lost souls that are trapped inside the emeralds are trying to get out. And a big stick of light came down from the sky and hit the bag, and all of the Ultra Chaos Emeralds started to go crazy. They were making sounds like frogs and trains and horses, and hitting into each other and shooting out lights and being basically the circus. So an exploding circus is happening in this bag. Shadow and Tails were squinty with their eyes like the Chinese doctor who touched Sonic's balls.
Wow.
Screamed Amy. Oh my god, screamed Rouge. Cool, screamed Espio. What? Screamed Knuckles. A miracle, screamed Knuckles Jr. Just then Cream got there from being unconscious at her house and screamed, no way! Whoa, screamed Silver. I'm surprised they didn't just all scream cool at the same time.
Yeah, this is a lot of effort the author went through.
Yeah, more than anyone would expect, really. Oh wow, very impressive. Nope.
Yeah.
Said Sonic's really Chinese doctor in a less loud way, and the lunch lady said something too, and so did Sonic's mom and Miss Lesson. They said something, whatever. Then everything in the world just became super bright, and no one could see a thing for a moment, and they could not hear they noticed either, because there was a ringing sound in their ears. It was so crazy, like being inside a marshmallow filled of ringing sounds.
I can relate.
Me too, yep. Then everyone peeked out behind their heads at where they were going, and all the Ultra Chaos Emeralds were gone, and Sonic's coughing was open, and look, there was Sonic. Sonic was standing on his coughing where he was inside, and he was on top of it, smiling, and not black anymore, but regular old blue Sonic. Yes, it really happened.
Yes. Well, I win the
God
bet.
fucking damn it. It just
Hooray.
No, shut up. It's not hooray. He's alive. God. Hey guys, what did I miss? Shouted Sonic in his regular old cool way. Sonic! Screamed everyone at the same time, because they were all there and heard and saw him together, so it is just natural, no. They all ran at him and he went down from the coughing, and everyone was hugging, and it was so beautiful to see. No. I heard Eggman was laughing at my funeral. What an ass, said Sonic. He was there?
No.
This is a retcon. This is a retcon, I guess.
Yep.
Said Sonic, and laughed, because he was the most living person ever now.
I am more alive than any of you other fuckers.
Yeah.
I am the most living.
I am the alivest of all time. Well, Sonic, you are alive. All Tails is back to normal, so at least that's good. Yep. You bet, said Sonic and high-fived him, which is already after they hugged, because they are best friends. But Sonic hugged everyone else too. Wow, Sonic, you are really the fastest, said Knuckles Jr. You came back to life in 2 days. You beat the world for fastest coming back to life because it took Jesus 3 days. Sonic is better than Jesus.
New
world record. Knuckles Jr. was right. Sonic was the fastest, and it was now proved completely.
High score.
Sonic, I miss you. I forgive you, shouted Amy, crying and happy. Amy cried so much. She was such a loser about emotions. Amy, I was thinking a lot about when I was dead. I said Sonic before typical gay girl Amy cut him off in a rude way.
Why?
I don't know. Joe,
Okay.
I'm kind of used to it now. It doesn't matter, Sonic. I want to become true boyfriend and girlfriend with you now, screamed Amy, and did holding on Sonic's hands. Sonic looked surprised. Now? Right now? Said Sonic with a question voice. Yeah, right now, yelled Amy. Let them watch. This is true love.
Congratulations, Will. You win
Then
the prize.
Amy leaped out of her clothing, except her underwears, like a horse jumping out of a plane. You know the one. Everyone's seen it. Relatable content. And landed in front of Sonic's body, ready for his grand genitals. And Sonic... What the hell just fell down? Oh, never mind. I'm a broken man.
No.
Body ready for his grand genitals, and Sonic already had all of his clothes off by the time she started to jump because he is the fastest.
The fast.
Yeah, sex! Shouted Sonic, and he finally revealed his penis.
I really love the fact that we've been reading like every other chapter, and every single odd numbered chapter was gratuitous sex scenes, and all of mine were like totally tame.
You can go fuck yourself to hell. His penis instantly grew to dangerous levels. He swinged it around, and everyone had to duck or jump over it. Sonic's penis was just the biggest penis anyone ever saw. It was like he had the World Trade Center sitting on his balls.
He had 2 of them.
Yes. His balls were super big too, like beanbag chairs full of olives. Yes, my measurements were correct, said Sonic's extra Chinese doctor. No, I'm not going to reread that. His penis and balls are definitely the biggest available. Amy.
Yeah, Chinese doctor slaps roof off Sonic's penis. You could fit so many Amy's inside this thing.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Amy was so filled with sex and arousing that her boobs were rock hard. She opened up her legs and she was still wearing a panty, but her vagina was really hard too, like a trap door to the love basement. Calling it a basement is disgusting. Sonic.
Wow. Does it bring up dark and dank thoughts?
Yes. Sonic did not care, and he shot his incredible penis right into her vagina through her girl clothing, and she felt his love immediately. Wow. Because, you see, his penis was ice cold. And it was so big that it made it up her body and into her mouth. Sure. And she could taste it, and it tasted like money and ice cream.
Delicious
money, the dirtiest substance on Earth. That's what it tasted like. Delicious. I love you, screamed Sonic, ramming his penis in and out of her body like a drain cleaner. I love you too, screamed Amy, trying to make words, while Sonic's penis rearranged her internal organs.
What the fuck?
Sonic took his penis out and beat her boobies back and forth with it, and she loved it. Sonic's pensy was so strong that it made her roll back and forth, and by now she was so in love that her vagina was shooting whipped cream. Wait for me, shouted Sonic, laughing like a millionaire. Sonic did legendary sex move to Amy, like picking her up with his penis and doing tricks, and brushing her teeth with his penis, and letting her walk on it like a tightrope walker, but with his penis. He even put Amy and him into his coffin, and he wiggled his penis back and forth in her vagina, while in his coffin, like a beef slinky.
Why?
I don't know. It's what you do. It's what you do at your own funeral. Sonic's penis is so big and long and wide that you could fit families inside of it. Joe, you undersold it.
Oh my god.
If you think
there's so many families in this thing.
If you think you have seen a bigger penis, you have not, because Sonic was in love now. Amy's vagina was breathing hard. Oh no. And reaching out for Sonic's penis with its hands, I suppose. And soon he put it back into her vagina and decided to do a final systems check before taking off into the semen sphere.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting pretty aroused by this terminology.
Oh, fuck you.
Final systems check before launch to the semen sphere.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's actually good. That's a good joke. Sonic grabbed his balls and held them back against his body and ran into Amy with his penis, and his penis immediately flooded her vagina with his fresh and creamy s'mores. He shot so much semen into Amy that it was coming out her ears. Eventually, he took his penis out and shot more out like bullets. He even shot one into the sky. Shot one what? A semen. He shot a semen. He even shot one into the sky. And that night, someone noticed Venus, and was about 10 feet to the right of where it should have been. That is because Sonic's semen bullet hit it.
So Amy is dead.
No, Sonic, screamed Amy. Marry me. Amy died. Amy kneeled up from the ground, holding a big ring like the ones she wore, and held it in front of her face. Sonic looked at it, smiled, and shoved his show-stopping penis right through the ring and into her mouth. I just can't anymore, dude. And she yelled a passionate sound, and Sonic said, I will marry you. Amy drank all of the semen that she could, and grew an inch in height from it.
So she's one of the hobbits drinking the water from the forest.
Yes. Then Amy took out the real rings that she had, and Sonic and Amy put them on so they could get married. You just had sex, screamed Tails. You just became true boyfriend and girlfriend. Congratulations, Sonic and Amy. Thank you, Tails. Thank you, Tails, the smartest. Wow, said SBO. I thought I was a sex professional. I am seeing true love, shouted Rouge. Everyone laughed and cheered as Sonic and Amy finished doing sex and kissed each other's penises and vaginas and balls one more time for good luck. Then they put their clothes on that Silver had folded and put in piles for them because he was just a really good, nice guy. Hey, shouted Knuckles, thanks, I got my story now.
Everything is wrapping up with such a beautiful bow.
A bow made of semen. Knuckles waved a bunch of pictures of Sonic and Amy having sex in the high school garden area and the article that he just wrote attached to it. Cool, I am happy I did help you, said Sonic, winking, not wanking, still feeling like super sex Sonic. Yeah, that is wonderful, said a big voice from behind them in an important way. Hello, I am the principal of the high school. Wow, the president, shouted Sonic. Seeing the principal was like seeing a celebrity because he only came out one day every year. Is he a vampire? Is he Santa Claus? Yes, Sonic, you are the best, said the principal. Yeah, he is, said Amy to the principal.
Yeah.
We just had sex right here, and he is my true boyfriend now. The principal laughed and smiled. Wait just a minute, yelled Sonic to the principal.
Is this going to be like
time for like the end of a South Park episode?
Yep.
When Kyle says, I learned something today.
Yep.
I may be the best at some things, but everyone here is the best at some things. Amy is the best at being nice and having emotions. Tails is the best at being smart and flying. Shadow is the best at doing crimes and driving and being dark, but also being nice. So he is the best at being two things at the same time. You just listed off like 5, you fucking retard. I'm giving in. I've lost it.
No, he said Amy's being the best at being nice, but then Shadow's the best at being nice. Which one is it?
He doesn't know. He's still aglow. SBO is the best at jumping and getting teenage women.
Wow.
Rouge is the best at seducing and being love and a mom. Knuckles is the best at doing high school while still being a baby. And he was the best at fighting before becoming a baby. Knuckles Jr. is the best at being psychic and being cool while still being a baby. Cream is the best at being happy and kind of smart.
Mm-hmm.
Silver is the best at acting and being nice and normal and cool. The lunch lady is the best at making people happy and being strong. The Chinese doctor is the best at medical things and Asian abilities.
What sort of Asian abilities do you have?
Making Chinese food. Sonic's mom is the best at cooking and cleaning. He called his own mom Sonic's mom.
Yeah.
Miss Lesson is the best at teaching and being the nurse. What?
Okay.
Vector was the best at biting and making people mad, and Charmy was the best at dancing and singing, but now they are dead. I am the best at being fast, being moral, relieving others, and most other things.
What?
A conceited cunt.
What a fucking asshole. Holy shit.
Yeah, said everyone else together to save time. They are all obsessed with time efficiency. I said it, and now it's confirmed.
This chapter's running a bit long. Let's wrap it up here, folks.
And not list off every single person saying yeah in sequence. Okay. Patting each other's on the backs and laughing and smiling and cheering because they were all the best in some way. I guess that is true, said the principal. I really want to thank you, though, Sonic. You really have the best morals.
You truly are the king of kings.
Everyone needs to learn from you about what high school is really all about. It is not about drama and being mean and being crazy and getting mad or sad or making other people mad and sad.
So everything that this fucking fan fiction has been about?
No, you see, high school is about falling in love and getting married and maybe having kids.
That's not accurate.
Nope. Thank you, Sonic, for showing everyone this. Also, Knuckles, I am very impressed with your story, even though you are just a baby. And you passed this year of high school and do not have to go back to the start and pay thousands of dollars in fees and charges.
Yay!
Knuckles cheered and hoorayed like a baby, and the principal shook Sonic's hand and could not help but look at how big Sonic's penis was, even still when it was not out.
So the principal is staring at a high schooler's penis.
Correct.
Great.
Hey, said Tails to Sonic and everyone. Today was the last day of school. It is summer now. Yeah, cool, great, shouted everyone together at the same time. Good, said the principal to everyone, and then to Sonic. Now I can do what I want to do, and that is rename high school in your Honer.
Honer.
The whole big group of everyone laughed and smiled and walked toward the sun, ready to go have summer before they would have to return to the new Sonic High School. The end. It's over.
Author's note.
Go ahead, Joe.
Wow, I am so sad, but kind of filled of relief that this is the end of Sonic High School. I got sad at the end, and I wanted to make sure it came out just right. I hope you all enjoyed the story as much as it was that I did writing the story.
No.
If you have any ideas for another shorter fan fiction you want me to do, send it to me in a message, and maybe I can do it in the future. So make sure to send your messages to Will. But I need to take a break for now.
Maybe you should go fuck yourself.
If you just want to talk, you can send me a message because it will send me an email and you sent me a message, so I will always know where you Okay, I will always know where you are. Please tell all
This
your
is alarming. Hey, there's a cool guy
about
driving out there on his motorcycle. Just wanted to let you know he's a really cool guy.
Did he trade Sonic's body for that motorcycle? And drugs. Spread it on the internet so everyone reads it and it becomes even more of a worldwide pheromone. Thank you. I am really glad that we could wrap it up with yet another fucking insulting typo. Pheromone.
I am just...
Well...
I'm just really glad that it's over. Holy shit, we did it. We did it.
Aldo Vera
somehow.
in chat. Aldo Vera in chat. It only took 3 conventions and a world disaster.
I can't believe it only took that.
Yeah.
That's all it took. Well, thank our Lord in heaven. Thank our Lord in heaven. It is over now.
Stop dragging this out. Well, yeah, I guess the author. Well, yeah, that's. Wow, thank you everybody for persevering with this, with us through this challenging time. Will, I want to kind of encapsulate like the end of this. What did you learn? What did you learn from our journey together?
That I need to reevaluate my life priorities. Reconsider the person I've been for the last 7
What
years.
lessons can you take away from Miss Lesson?
Nothing. What questions are these?
I'm asking you.
These are
what
the
did you
ramblings of a
learn?
man who has lost his mind.
I want to know how you grew as a person through our shared experience together.
I didn't.
No.
I feel like I went backwards, if anything. I am now dumber. Oh boy.
What we just
Mandelbrot,
read.
it was a little while ago, but Mandelbrot said if this happened. Stop
We are-
bringing up Mandelbrot. Stop bringing up Sonic World War II joy. All right, I'm gonna. I said that I would look up Sonic War II Dragon. It's only one chapter long, Joe. Do you want to just read it? It's based off of Sonic High School. And it's one chapter.
Hang on a second.
I think we need to do ourselves a favor and really put this to rest once and for all. Sonic WW2 Dragon. Alright, guys. It's time for the encore. We're gonna fucking do this. Because, dear Jesus, do I sure as shit not want to have to come back to this at any point in my life.
Mr. Will Ryan.
Joe, you will be
we-
reading.
What we just read is one of the most insanely idiotic things that we've ever heard. At no point in this rambling, incoherent response were we even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. I award us no points, and may God have mercy on our souls.
Correct.
It's a modification.
All right,
of that
Joe,
quote.
pull it up. Sonic the Hedgehog, World War II Dragon.
Why?
It's one
Why are you
chapter.
doing this to me?
It's one chapter, and then we are done forever. Do not appreciate.
Well, we're not done forever because there's also 3 chapters of Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, a Sonic High School story, that was published last year.
Okay, never mind. Fuck it. Nope. No, never mind.
The author, yeah, he wrote another one last year. That's awesome.
All right. Then let's not read this. Well, I pulled it up. Let's fucking read it.
Do we want? All right. Well, what does chat say? How does chat feel about this?
I feel tired and dead inside.
I think host. All right. Tell you what. Ones in chat. Give us some ones if you want us to read World War II.
Kit Kat said it's the ending of Burn After Reading. What did we learn? I don't know. I guess we learned not to do it again. Yeah, agreed. Aldo Vera, now read my Immortal. You're like 5 years late to that train, man. Mandelbrot says, nah, don't read that.
Somebody earlier, I don't remember who it was. Somebody was asking if we take suggestions. Feel free to suggest stuff, but if we have read it already, we'll pass on it.
Aldo Vera says, nah, bruh. Mandelbrot says Sonic High School movie isn't all that good. Okay, then we don't need to read it. We don't need to read it.
All right. Maybe we'll put this one in our back pocket. Maybe we'll crack this out at a convention.
Maybe. But then, sorry for the fake out, I guess.
Yeah.
In that case,
okay.
we only have Kevin James the Hedgehog to see us out. So thank you, everyone,
Thank you.
for joining us.
This has been a joy.
Over. It's finally over. Our souls have been saved thanks to Sonic Christ. We hope you all have a wonderful. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We'll probably do some more streams in the future. I don't know what it'll be about. Hopefully something anime centric.
Yeah.
But until then, we'll see you guys later, and you have a wonderful day.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.